All right, everybody, let's jump into our first night of the evening for the WR Pro-Am League playoffs. It's going to be a whole lot of fun with some intense 2K Pro-Am hoops. I'm joined with Taygato61 at the Pro-Am desk, and we're jumping in right now with Yo Chill and Ships and Salsa, one of the best team names I've ever heard of in the 2K community, and I'm all about it right now, Taygato. So why don't you run me down which team is dressed in which, just so the squad knows.
Yeah, Ships and Salsa is in the white unis, and then the Yo Chill is in the Oregon Ducks crazy camo colors here that just got the dunk.
Well, I love
So
that.
that's what we're looking at.
And we're looking like we're going to have a semi-close game here. Looks like double-digit lead right now for Yo Chill heading into the second. Still 15 minutes of basketball ahead of us, so we're going to kind of be hitting the ground running with this series. I do know that one of these teams has already won one game in the series. I believe it's a best of three. So let's jump on in here and see what Yo Chill can do after that main TB3. No good there. And now we're going to have Ships and Salsa in the white resetting here. It's going to be a fun one. Taygato, you and I have shoutcasted some NBA 2K hoops. We know that the lockdown is the dominant role player here on the defensive side. And then on the flip side, on the offensive side, we're going to see a lot of high screening rolls and a lot of offense turned over by turnovers. And just like that, this team able to get a three off of some 50-50 balls right there, Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. It was all about the 50-50 balls, and it looked like Ships and Salsa just couldn't keep the ball, or Yo Chill just couldn't get the ball off those opportunities in those 50-50 balls. So I'm telling you right now, this team is SNS is not gonna go down without a fight. And if you keep having turnovers like that from Yo Chill, they can come back and really make it hurt for you.
Definitely. 7 points is not that large of a deficit. They can make this back up. We talked about it earlier. It's only the second quarter, so still plenty of playoff basketball ahead of them. But Playoff Road's going to take it right up to the hoop with the up and under. Doesn't get that, but a great job getting his own rebound. And that leads into that second chance three-pointer right there for Yo Chill. Added up to the scoreboard. That's going to be a 10-point lead for them. And those second chances, Taygato, we talk about it. Not only does the defensive side really break down a team, but allowing offensive rebounds and into that second chance opportunity can just destroy a team's momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. Second chance opportunities are always big. And so, out of bounds there. He stepped out of bounds when he came in the back there. But yeah, those second chance opportunities and turnovers are going to be big here for Ships and Salsa as they want to try to chip back into this 10-point lead.
Well, they get the turnover right there that they need, and now's the time. Let's try to make this single digits here. Haven't really seen their main playmaker. A lot of passing going on from this team. Almost somebody's hesitant on this offensive side. Usually you see at least one dominant role player that's going to hog the ball, kind of really get the offense going off of them. Haven't seen that from SNS in the white quite yet. Now we're going to see Jay in the green here, and he's going to draw that foul at the top of the key.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, we're just seeing some big reach-in fouls from SNS here on Yo Chill. So I don't know if they're just trying to get the hands in the cookie jars here and just getting the reach-in fouls, or I don't know what's happening. Maybe they're just trying to get desperate here a little bit on defense.
Definitely. I mean, defense is going to get them back in this game. That's a great stop right there. And here comes the transition run out. Can they get a basket off of this? And that, unfortunately, leads to a quick offensive turnover. And that's not what you want when you're down by 10 and you're trying to come back here into halftime. And, oh, boy, rising up above the rim is I Know Joe. And that's not going to go in. That's going to clang off the rim. And another opportunity for SNN, Chips and Salsa, to try to make a dent into this deficit that they're facing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not what you're looking for. It was just a lackadaisical zone defense, no communication there on a switch or who was going to fill the lane. And it's happening right there from She Nasty as well. But he misses that open layup, then gets it back for the offensive rebound with the putback. But yeah, that's not stuff that you're looking for there from Yo Chill, to miss opportunities like that on fast break points.
Yeah, you got to have these ones, and it's nice to get that offensive rebound and the putback. And Maine doesn't get the extra pass. They're going to be rejected at the top of the three-point line. Here comes the alley, and the oop, though, over to Playoff Rose, who was just kind of standing underneath the basket. And a great job on the defensive stop. Just the scramble after that to try to get back to a man just a little late on the rotation. But Ships and Salsa able to knock down a three of their own and make it now a 7-point game with a big time three there. Let's see if they can get this defensive momentum going on. They seem to be getting closer and closer to fully completing those stops that they need every single time down the court. And here comes a stop right there off the missed opportunity. No pass, Jack. Leads into the transition. No good on the three, though.
Yeah, I don't know why there he wouldn't pass down into the lane. He had a guy running in the middle of the lane there. Maybe it was just a hesitation three, but or not hesitation, but just a quick on the trigger three. And then, as you see there on the defensive end, they are not getting their zones right, man. It looked like they had triple team the zone on the top of the key there, and that's not what you're looking for.
Oh, man. Call me Clamp. Goes up strong with two hands, but great defense by Yo Chill to stop that one and get the block. And right when you think Ships and Salsa is about to have a chance here and really get the momentum off a big dunk, they missed that one. Here comes the alley and the oop. Very pretty in on the inbound, but missed it again there, Taygato. And this team seems to have a lid on a basket as we look at their box scores right now. One player in double digits, two players with zeros, and then 7 and 2 for the other two remaining players for Ships and Salsa right now.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just not having very good defensive rotations, and they're not capitalizing on the backdoor cuts that they're getting here in the middle of the lane with their lobs. I don't think I've seen one capitalized lob here from Ships and Salsa.
Well, let's see what 24 can do right there. There's the backdoor cut and doesn't hit him. Hits the opposite player cutting, which then leads into another turnover. Here comes the alley and the oop. A missed opportunity there for Yo Chill, and they're going to get bailed out with the reach in by Lucky Charms. And man, Taygato, this is another one. You know, we've been talking a lot about Ships and Salsa trying to dig into this deficit and make a comeback. On the opposite side, if you're Yo Chill here during these past 5 minutes, you've had numerous opportunities to really add to this lead and possibly put this team away before halftime. And look at them continuing to miss opportunities, whether it be one pass jacks, no pass jacks, ugly put up shots, and they're just leaving the door open for a possible comeback by this home team.
Yeah, absolutely there. And there was a big run out transition basket there from Yo Chill. But they're leaving the door open for him here with their missed baskets, with the missed opportunities. And there's a big heave and a miss there at the end of the half. But Yo Chill coming in there and is really not putting them away. But as you can see, they're 52% field goal percentage. But I think turnovers and steals are going to be the big difference between these two teams.
Definitely, as we take a look, Yo Chill with 4 turnovers, 11 turnovers for Ships and Salsa. Really, that's the only tail of the tape that we truly need to know. That is why you see such a large advantage in favor of Yo Chill in the green and yellow. 11-4 in the turnovers. That is just rough and tough. And we're going to get a foul halfway across the court, not even near the ball. Don't know what that was. Maybe they needed one more moment to set up. We do know the transitions here in 2K are quite tight and fast from timeouts and half times, and that's a great half-court lob up to our guy Playoff Rose, who now has 13 points and just kind of finding those open spots on the cut. Almost another steal there by I Know Jay.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great backdoor cut and the lob on that. It just seems like Ships and Salsa really on the defensive end of the court do not have the zone defense down. They collapse way too much on the top of the key and leaves the wide open backdoor cuts there on the backside for Yo Chill.
Great hand in the passing lane. That's going to be tipped out of bounds. Going to go back in favor of the home team, though, with 10 seconds on the shot clock. And this Yo Chill team definitely making some waves here on the defensive front, getting their hands in the cookie jar just like that. And I know JB going to be moving it up after the steal, and they're going to kick it down wide open. Is Maine with the left-hand throw down and catching a body at the same time. 37-19 now for Yo Chill playing away, and they continue to put on the defensive pressure in transition. Great hand in the passing lane once again to reset this basketball.
Yeah, absolutely there. And that's another out of bounds turnover from Ships and Salsa trying to get that alley oop. They cannot get any connections there on those alley oop passes, on those backdoor cuts. And that's been the difference. The turnover ratio between SNS in comparison to Yo Chill is the difference in this game. And they capitalize off of each of these turnovers where and there's a big splash three, but SNS does not do that. They can't capitalize. Even when they get a glimmer of hope, they can't seem to capitalize on anything.
Exactly, Taygato, and it's very interesting to watch. Here's another turnover right there, a 5-second inbound violation underneath your
Wow.
own basket. That is not what you want to see if you're an SNS team fan right now. And this team slowly falling apart. I mean, we talked about it in the second quarter. Yo Chill leaving the door open, allowing them to get close in this one. But now Yo Chill foot on the gas pedal, slowly getting that separation that they want. They're up by 19, and they seem to be in full control of this 2K basketball game. Remember, it is the WR Pro Am League playoffs right now, and you got a lot of 2K action throughout the evening. Me and Taygato will be jumping game to game with a little watch party and some match commentary, so make sure to tune in. Grab your popcorn. You got a great night of hoops ahead of you. But right now, we're looking at a flood here as Chips and Salsa puts up the one-pass jack, and that just doesn't help your team momentum as the up and under dunk from Playoff Rose is going to come at you for 15 points now.
Yeah, absolutely. This team is just falling apart at the seams, it seems like, here in game number 2. And so, there's a wide open 3. They do end up getting it from the corner, but I think it's going to be a little too late here. Even though we are only in the third quarter here, coming to the end of that here with 2:30 left, they just keep pouring it on. So it doesn't matter there with Yocho with a corner 3, I think, from I know Jay. But I just am telling you that the doubling of the points happening right now, it's gonna take everything in Chips and Salsa's arsenal to even think about coming back here.
Definitely Taygato. They're down by doubled in their point totals, and we know that's come off of turnovers. That is what's led to this giant lead for the away team, Yo Chill. As we take a look again, 4 turnovers to 14 turnovers, a 10 turnover difference here, and it's pretty impressive to see we're 3 minutes in to the second half, and Yo Chill has controlled the ball. They haven't had any turnovers since halftime, and that's what you want to see. That's what leads to the momentum, and they're doing it on the defensive side, but they're controlling the ball on the offensive side. Not allowing any sort of turnovers is a huge step for them to continue to add to this lead. And look at them now, another turnover, make it 15. That's going to lead to everybody jumping, and here comes a wide open 3 by Jay. No good. The offensive rebound will then turn into a second chance opportunity by Playoff Rose, who misses that, but they're going to get bailed out with the over-the-back call underneath and goes right back to Yo Chill.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, just all these turnovers and unfortunate fouls and things that are happening for Chips and Salsa. They're just falling apart at the seams here in this playoffs. This is the playoffs here, Mike, and this team is playing this way. So I don't. It's kind of disappointing to see that here in the second game, but of this round, I would love to see something bounce back here in the next game. But here in this game, they're just falling apart.
Definitely looks like they will be making an early exit through the playoffs if they continue to play like this. Current score is 48-26 down at the bottom. Got about 6.5 minutes remaining in this game. We believe it to be game number 2, and Yo Chill Swerve is going to put up a 3 from deep, 51-26 now, as Yo Chill continues to open up the floodgates. And let's get our raincoats on, because this doesn't seem like going to be a possible comeback whatsoever as they continue to get steal after steal and force the Tide in the defensive side.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, he's got Deadeye on. He's got the takeover badge there for Yo Swerve. So they're definitely going to be double teaming him on the top of the key as he gets the inbound pass. But I think he's going to try to find any opening and chuck it up like right he is right here. Oh my gosh, that was deep, Mike.
Oh my gosh, he's planting the flag on the Chips and Salsa ship at half court right there. That was super deep. And Taygato alluded to it. He had the takeover badge. You knew he was going to put it up regardless, and he doesn't even look to pass. He doesn't look to take more than 2 dribbles as he gets the open position. This is going to be a 3 possibly for Chips and Salsa, and they needed that one to get a little momentum on their side. 54-29 now as Yo Chill continues to pour on the heat right now against Chips and Salsa. Some would be saying that they're playing a little pace picante or a little medium hot to spicy hot.
Yeah, absolutely. There, Yo Chill is definitely not making it chill, man. It's not chill out here. It's definitely hot. It's also picante, like you've been just saying.
I love
so
it.
we'll see. We'll see if Chips and Salsa can even ride any type of momentum here into the second game here in the fourth quarter. I don't see them coming back at all, but I think if they can ride a little bit of momentum, it could change the way the next game pulls out here in the series.
Definitely. These are some of the things you talk about when you think about a series of basketball. Yeah, you might have lost one game, but the war is far from over. And now it's time to go back into the locker room, realign and recalibrate for your next game. Look at the things you did right. Look at the things you did wrong, which you got to circle the turnover area and see how you can come back 3 threes in a row right now for Ships and Salsa to end out the third quarter. And that's a big thing for them. They know they can knock down shots if they can just control the basketball. They got to control the possession, get it to an open shooter, get a little bit of movement up at the top. We really haven't seen that meta of, high screen and rolls with the point guard and center hitting the cutter on the Fifi and or looking for the open corner. And there we go. Just like that, they get themselves a nice pick and roll dunk from the point guard. And that's what they should have been doing from the beginning, Taygato.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they kind of lost themselves there once they started getting on the turnover train. And now that you see them doing some traps here on INOJ on the top of the key, and then the corner run out, does Rose get it? He does.
Whew, big
But
knockdown.
that was a big knockdown. But I think you're seeing a little bit more of what um, SNS is trying to do in their game plan here later in this game. They're kind of getting more into a rhythm.
Definitely, you can tell that they got their home court advantage here. So once they do get the rhythm going, gets the crowd behind them, the shots are gonna drop. They're down by 20. It was much worse before if you're just tuning in. And there's another big time three with the leaner from about 4 feet beyond the arc there, and make it 40-57. Of course, we make it sound like it's still close, but you know what? This is a big momentum shift for the Ships and Salsa teams, and hopefully they can draw this in to game number 3 if this series does continue to go. They're at home. Here comes the double, and Jay just going to work on him with the pro hop, not anything from it. And now look at it. SNS is going to be on the run, and unfortunately that's going to lead to a nice steal and a dunk by Playoff Rose.
Yeah, absolutely. There, the two-hand rock the cradle really threw it down there. But this game is pretty much over, up 19. But they're hitting shots there and getting offensive rebounds now for SNS. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can cut the deficit, get that momentum and that positive energy back into their team. Oh, with a big air ball there though.
Big air ball.
Oh,
A
he's
self
throwing it
alley oop. Oh my gosh, Playoff Rose putting on a show now with 22 points. He did it to him, Taygato. He got spicy on him with the salsa.
Oh yeah, he gave him the salsa picante, my friend, on that one. Off the alley oop to himself. Oh, that's disrespectful.
Oh my gosh. And we were talking about SNS, they're making this small comeback, they're getting the momentum, and a lot of this could have looked much better if they just controlled that basketball, which led to a couple of turnovers these past possessions. This could have looked a lot closer on the paper if they continued this. Of course, if you've been watching, it hasn't been close whatsoever, but they're getting the stops on defense and they're getting the runouts that they need to put some points on the board. 61-42. Where was this in the first half? Sometimes it takes some teams a little bit to get their motor running, but you got to come out strong if you're playing playoff basketball in the WR Pro-Am League, one of the original leagues on the community.
Yeah, absolutely here. Oh, and then just playoff Rose just bullying himself down into the
Bullying that
lane.
man. 24 points for Playoff Rose. He is playing like Playoff Rose right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He's playing like Derrick Rose in his prime right now.
Oh, I was going to say he's playing like Playoff Jalen Rose.
Oh, Jalen Rose. Oh, not Derrick Rose, but Jalen. Okay, I feel you.
I'm bringing out the Jalen. I'm busting out the bat. Good
There's
steal
another
right
turnover
there. And we're going to see this turnover ratio. I think they're going to be up to 20, for Ships and Salsa at home. And that's just unacceptable when you're playing at home in a playoff mentality. 20 turnovers is way too many. Anything above double digits is going to be way too many. I'm very excited to see what Yo Chill finishes with. We did write them down. They finished with 4 turnovers after the first half. They did a great job throughout the third, controlling that and having 0 turnovers on the quarter. Will be interesting how close they got to being perfect in the second half throughout this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there might be a few turnovers that I've seen by Yo Chill here in the second half, but with the amount of turnovers that SNS has had, hasn't really mattered. And also, this defense is pretty much a It's not there. I wouldn't say it's abysmal, but it's not there for SNS right now in this end of this game.
No, just the runouts that led into transition easy baskets. It's just so tough to get back in transition when you do something like throw a turnover, put up the one pass jack, because now this team is running on you. You have to get back, which usually leads into the reach and foul, which we've talked about. That is that the open lane possession or whatever we want to call that. But going back in transition is just so slow, and you usually don't make it. As you take a look right now, Ships and Salsa, when they turned the corner and start running the opposite way, they had two people wide open on the wings, and that's that stuff. That's those basketballs that are going to go in and really lead to some easy baskets.
Yeah, absolutely. There. I don't know if you saw, and there's another 3 attempt, nice offensive rebound by them. But I don't know if you saw the statistics there, but it looked like Ships and Salsa currently right now has 21 turnovers in this
Oh,
game.
that hurts this poor team right there, and that's what's going to lead to this defeat here in game number 2 against Yo Chill. And Yo Chill going to be walking away a winner. Playoff Rose really playing exceptional tonight. 24 points, shooting 83% from the field. That is exactly what you want to see out of your productivity of the captain. And now Yo Chill is going to be on the move. They're going to get that stolen from them. And Chips and Salsa here in garbage time going to have a chance to put on a couple of points here, make it look a little less of a flood than what it was on a piece of paper.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, 45 seconds left in this fourth quarter, but Yo Chill just really just put the dagger in it. Probably in that early third quarter when they made that big run of making threes and things. Later into the third, we saw some life from SNS, but the turnover game is what's going to continue to hinder them. And if they can shore that up going into game number 3, then maybe, just maybe, they can make some sort of comeback in this series. But until then, until they do that, I don't see them overcoming this Yo Chill team.
Definitely. Well, we'll see what happens here come game 3, but we're going to chalk this up for the green and yellow. Those Oregon Ducks going to be moving on. Yo Chill getting the win in game number 2. Playoff Roads going to put the exclamation point on this game right there with something I don't think I've ever seen, Taygato. That was a nasty dunk there.
That was real dirty. He did a 360. It looked like he threw the ball up behind his back, caught it on the top of his jump, and then threw it down with the hand he threw it up with. It's dope.
That was dope, and that is the best way you can end this game right here, right now. 21 seconds in garbage time. Score will be 69-51, an 18-point lead for Yo Chill. The 3 goes up, no good, and a chance for Ships and Salsa to try to get this a little bit closer, possibly make it a 15-point game. That's not going to go in, and here comes Yo Chill. You know they want to put the exclamation point on it. Can they get it? 2 playoff rows? No, they'll take the long 3, and that will be off. And that will be your game here for the WR Pro-Am League playoffs. It's your boy SnowBikeMike and Taygato with the call. 21 turnovers to 7, tripling the turnover count. The home team not looking good on that one. We're going to be back with our next game, so sit back, relax, get your popcorn popping, and we'll be jumping into the chat. All right, welcome to game number 2 of a Tuesday night shoutcasting event with your boys SnowBikeMike and Taygato. We're going to be on the WR Pro-Am League side of the 2K community, checking out their playoff action. And right now, we're going to be jumping into the Punishers, taking on Farewell 2K. First quarter action coming to a close, 12-12 with 4 seconds remaining. Let's see if the away team can get up a bucket. No, they will not. As we take a look, we got Bohio leading this team in the black. And I'll tell you what, 2K community, Bohio, one of my favorite point guards out there in the community. This man can flat out ball, can play some different positions too. So let's see what he does at the point guard spot. But as we take a look right now, Busters, who we're going to be riding along with the big man in the white. And both teams very close on this one. Here comes the first 3 of our matchup. No good from deep, but he does get his own offensive rebound. And now a chance for a second chance opportunity. Here comes Buster from deep. No good. And a big-time rebound by the away squad.
Yeah, but then it looked like a quick turnover there from the Punishers to get back to Farewell 2K to have themselves another shot here, another 3 in the corner, and then he hits it to put them up 3 here, 15-12 for the Punishers.
Definitely. You got to get that momentum after a whole minute of nothing but bricks right there for both teams. Nice to get one, and Jay Loading's going to get a great backdoor cut right there, being found by the point guard in transition. That's a nice cut right there to get an easy basket. You know, you see that a lot in the 2K community. Sometimes it gets overlooked. A lot of point guards want to bring it up, wait for that high screen and roll, and go to work. But some teams can get it going fast enough and find that cut from the corner right away to lead to an easy basket.
Yeah, absolutely. There, that's what you're looking forward to, is trying to get easy baskets off of the quick transition to catch the defense off guard, and that's something that I think more teams take advantage with quick runouts and stuff. Um, we see more of that in NBA 2K than half court sets, I think.
No doubt about it. Well, it's going to be the Punishers inbounding the ball here at home. Buster's going to be looking for somebody to kick it down to. They are up by 1 here in the playoff whites, and they're going to be working this high screen and roll with Buster and the Beast 30, and he's going to kick it over to the corner. No good from there, and now Farewell 2K is going to have a chance to make a run at it. It looks like they will slow it down and work into their half-court set right here with Jay Loading from the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, and then there's a big throwdown there
Ooh!
from Farewell 2K. That's what you're looking for. You just was taking it slow, working the defense, seeing exactly what was going to happen, and then just dribble, drive, penetrate, and threw it down with the right hand.
And a great bucket there. Farewell now takes the lead, first time of this second quarter, and that's going to be a great find on the drop-down cut off of that screen and slip by the big man Buster, who now has 4 points, 1 rebound. Let's see if this big man can work into that defensive glass. A lot of offensive second chance opportunities coming from both sides of the court, and that's a nice short-range midi right there with the stop and pop.
Yeah, that's not something that you normally see in NBA 2K. You normally see the layups and the dunks and the three-pointers. So mid-range game is something to not be slouched against.
Yes, mid-range game is more of an art, especially with, such a low shooting percentage from the lockdowns in the mid-range. Now you get to see that. That's a nice put-up right there, and that's a nice lost art right there. Dimes, our first-round pick of last year in the NBA 2K League, he was wonderful at breaking down his defender from the top of the key, finding that short midi from the free throw line extended any chance he got. He loved putting that up, and Ohio will answer with a big-time stop and pop from 3. Farewell now taking a 2-point lead.
Yeah, that 3 was a big thing. We are seeing some great back and forth action between these two teams.
No doubt about it. Let's see what Punishers can do here at home. They're down by 2, still early in this game, and the alley-oop's going to come up, and that's perfectly found to the superstar. And Tay, our last game right there, we saw a lot of missed opportunities on the alley-oop. That one was even in a little, lightly contested, able to find the pop on that one. And now Beast with the steal is going to run it up to Buster, and that's a great stop by the Buster man. Didn't want him to lose that ball as a center, and a big-time 3 on the kickout.
Yeah, absolutely there. And that came off of that turnover, which is something that we are going to keep hounding every time that we shoutcast, I think, together, is turnovers lead to easy baskets. And so I don't want to see Farewell 2K kind of lose this, close matchup with this team because of turnovers.
Yeah, 5-point swing coming for the Punishers, and you can see they're getting it off that cat and mouse game over in the corner, trying to make this point guard kick a quick pass from the top of the key all the way down to the corner, which is really a long pass in reality, and allows that defender a chance to pop up and try to get that steal. Now in transition, Farewell 2K really needs a bucket to get their momentum going, and yes, that's going to be a big-time dunk by Tak Tuk.
Yeah, absolutely there. I think the defender there for Punishers just tried to get the reach in, and then Tuck just threw it down over the top of him and got around him there from the corner.
Buster going to go a big-time rejection there, but he gets a rebound off of that 50-50 loose ball, and now Guardby going to put up no good there. Buster again, big-time rebound, a third opportunity right now. It's going to go up from the corner, and that is good for the Punishers, making a 4-point lead with 23.5 seconds remaining in the second. We might see one of the final possessions of the half coming out right now with Ohio and Farewell 2K. Let's see what they can work. And hands in the passing lane leads to a steal. And now we're on the run with your home team for, oh my gosh, the leader from the corner is going to go in, up and good. Make it a 6-point swing now, 29-23 to round out your first half of action.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that you don't normally see. I didn't think he was going to take that. I thought he was going to hold off a little bit and try to milk some more clock. But then he goes straight full sprint into the corner, does a big time leaner from the corner, and puts it down for that 6 point lead for the Punishers.
Got to shoot to get hot, shoot to stay hot. And that young fella was feeling real hot with the running leaner from the corner, probably late into this half. Now one opportunity right here for Farewell 2K to dig into that deficit, and they find a great backdoor cut by Tack Tuck right there. And they're going to go into halftime down by 4. It was once at 1.6 was our largest lead of the first half. Both these teams very close in the stat columns. As you can see, 4 turnovers for Farewell. On the opposite side, 1 turnover for the Punisher, and that's really going to lead to that 6 to 4 point deficit that Farewell 2K is currently facing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the difference. The turnovers and all those turnovers that came for um, Farewell 2K were from Ohio. I don't know, you saw that from the point guard position. 3 of those 4 came from Ohio.
Not bad at all. Unlike last game, we're seeing this team right here, right now, kind of holding it down, controlling the narratives with these offensive possessions. Not too many turnovers to kick off this first half of basketball. Last game we watched, we had 11 turnovers alone in the first half from both teams. And now this squad really controlling the ball. That's going to be a missed shot by Jay Loading. A little bit of a leaner from the corner with no sort of momentum on that shot, and that's going to lead to the Punishers with a chance to add to this 4 point lead early in the second half right here, right now.
Yeah, absolutely. There, I want to see them take advantage of that with a deep 3, and it's just a miss.
Oh,
Um,
rims out.
and so they did not take advantage of that to try by the Punishers. So we'll see if Farewell 2K can come back here and get themselves a nice basket. Oh, there's a nice 3 point attempt and a miss, but they get the offensive rebound, and that's big.
And a good hand in the passing lane right there on that closeout. Those are those scrambles that we talk about off the missed opportunity. If the opposing team gets the offensive rebound, who is finding which man? You got to scramble. You got to go find a man right away. Usually it's going to go to the corner or this wing position, just like Paul B knocks down the 3. And those are those 2 areas you have to run out to. Somebody has to step up no matter whose man is whose. You got to stop the second chance opportunity 3.
Yeah, absolutely. There, you got to be on your man. Oh, and just look at the Punishers. They're just running around Farewell 2K on the defensive from the wing. I've seen that multiple times happening there from the wing from that corner position.
Well, we definitely have a good one coming down. 3.5 remaining in the third, early in this second half, and both teams fighting for position. Who is going to take control of this second half of 2K action? It is the WR Pro-Am League playoffs. That leads to a steal by Tack Tuck. He's going to throw down, and now Farewell 2K will take their first lead of the evening since early in the second quarter, and this is that halftime push that they want early in the third. Let's see if they can continue this defensive momentum, or can the home team, the Punishers, get something going? And man, Beast almost puts up something nice with the behind the back pro hop dribble. And Buster, look at the patience Taygato down low to get his man jumping up and get the easy basket.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for a big man down the lane, to be patient like that. Either, and what I'm seeing from Buster is a lot of good work there of knowing when to pass out, when to kick out, finding an open man, but then realizing when he needs to put it up into the basket, he knows how to do it and can do it.
Definitely in this meta, a lot of outside shooting. People are very quick to kick out of that offensive rebound possession. That's a great alley oop to Jay Loading, but a lot of big men are very quick to kick out once they get that offensive rebound. Of course, they're afraid to get stripped down low. They don't want to get the 3 seconds in the key, but a lot of people not patient enough to let everybody scramble away from them and then just put up the easy 2. A lot of kickouts that lead into either a 3 or a missed opportunity there, which then they're going to have to battle again for the boards, but not many centers are going to be patient enough to put up their own shot here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, with the meta being a big man in the lane, um, that just is there to eat rebounds. Um, they're definitely going to keep shooting, and shooters are going to keep shooting. Buster for a 3 there, and he misses. But like you said, I think it's going to be crucial not for defenses not to get over committal to the lane from the big man. Ooh, and I think that's going to be an out of bounds.
Oh,
Yep.
very close right there.
So it's back to Farewell 2K there on that 50-50 ball. But like I they're just going to have to be smarter in this meta with not crashing down so much when a big man gets the ball in the lane.
Yeah, you got to have faith that your big man is going to get position after that missed rebound and try to get back in front of him, and everybody kind of stays close on their man off that scramble, so you're not truly running that far to go pick up somebody wide open from the three. And Bohio going to put up a three of his own. That's going to be, yes, that will be a three. And now Farewell 2K with a 4-point lead. And as you saw in that scramble right there, the Punishers got off and running before they even had the steal, and that led to an easy three there. And now Farewell gets a steal of their own, and here comes the momentum swing in favor of your team in all black, the away team, Farewell 2K.
Yeah, absolutely there. And he gets blocked, but it looks like, but then he called the timeout there after the block. But on that last turnover from the Punishers, it looked like we had multiple people from Farewell 2K running back on defense, and then Bohio just picks the pass off and ends up just throwing up a nice open three there to get it. So it's going to be the turnovers, I think, and the defensive play always, but on this game specifically are going to be the difference between these two teams.
Well, 1 minute remaining in the third quarter of hoops, and this is now the moment. Keep that momentum on your side. Add a little bit to the lead. It looks like they're going to shoot a long two right there, and that's going to add to this lead. Make it now 6 in favor of your away team, Farewell 2K, and we're in the final minute of the third. Now is the moment for the Punishers here at home. They got to get a stop. They got to get a basket and reduce this lead a little bit closer. Don't want to go down any further heading into the fourth quarter in the final 5 minutes of action.
Yeah, absolutely here. So it's gonna be, and they got timeout there from iDead, but I think they were just realizing that they needed to get to they had less time in the shot clock, and just didn't get what they wanted, so they had to call that timeout. But definitely something with Farewell 2K up by 6, Mike. What do you think is going through the heads of the Punishers right now, heading into the end of the third?
You know, you got to look back at the end of the second quarter. The team is able to get a 6-point swing, take a 6-point lead. Of course, that quickly gets evaporated during this third quarter push by Farewell 2K. But you got to go back to what worked, and that is these long-distance threes. That is the tough defense that's drawing the stops. And right now, they've kind of gotten away from that, really allowing Farewell 2K to get anything they want on the offensive side. But after that three, now we have a 3-point game, and just one stop could be the difference here, and great scrambles all around after that second chance opportunity. That's what you want to see, and this is going to lead into a shot clock violation as well. And there's the stop that I talked about. As we saw the Punishers take control early in this game, that was from steals. That was from strong defense on the opposite side, and they just earned it right there. They got 5 seconds on the clock. Now's the opportunity to get a bucket, and Buster going to put up a big three. No good from the big man. And we're going to go into the fourth quarter with your home team, the Punishers, down 36-39 against Farewell 2K in the all black.
Yeah, absolutely here. Just great defensive play there by the Punishers there to end that. Ooh, another timeout. Let's see, who is that by? By another Punisher, another team there from the Punishers calling timeout there. I don't know necessarily what was happening on that one, but maybe it was just they were in the wrong position at the wrong time. Just want to go set it up and talk about something here. Didn't like what they saw, I'm assuming.
No, now both teams down to one timeout apiece with 5 minutes remaining. You know, timeouts are so crucial down the stretch here, especially when this game is going to start going into 2K mode where things might not go your way. And when you have 0 or just one timeout, you really sometimes let the wave take control of you. You'd like to have at least 2 to 3, and that's a great find on the cut down to Buster, who's really come alive here in the second half of action. He's got 13 points. But back to the timeouts, now's the time when you really want to control those timeouts, use them in crucial positions, not really waste one 15 seconds into the start of the quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't want to keep using timeouts. You need to have at least 1 or 2, I think, for the fourth quarter, or you want at least 2 to 3, I think, for the fourth quarter, just because of the way the game can go. And you use timeouts really to stop momentum swings a lot of the time and refocus yourself. So it's interesting to see that both of these teams have been burning them early in the third quarter.
Well, right now the Punishers getting what they want. They're getting the stops. They're forcing the missed opportunities there for Farewell 2K, who's really led up this 6-point lead, now only with a 1-point lead a minute into the fourth. And we got a lot of action ahead of us, and we're poised for the home team here, the Punishers, to take their first lead since the second quarter right now. The Beast really working up on the top, throws the alley-oop. That's a missed opportunity, and maybe not the best offensive possession, because now Farewell 2K will make you pay with tack tuck on the transition offense.
Yeah, it just looked like a panic alley-oop there for trying to get the backdoor cut there because they were so low in the shot clock. I think they had like 2 or 3 seconds left on the shot clock when he threw that up.
That's just too bad, and that could have been a drop right there by Buster, who's going to keep it up on the top off the screen and just a pop, not a roll that they need. Here comes the roll. He's going to kick it into the corner, gets that loose ball, and that's not the animation you want, trying to hit the corner shot. And Beast with the leaner, no good, but gets bailed out by Deadshot, who had to get that offensive rebound for them to stay in this game. Down by 3, got to have a basket here right now before Farewell 2K gets that momentum back that you fought so hard to get back. And a huge 3 with 0.1 seconds remaining from the corner, and the Punishers here at home now tie it up with 2:50 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely there. And that's not something that you're really are looking for there if you are the Farewell 2K team. You had a great defensive possession. You were getting them down low into the shot clock, and then one mistake where one guy crashes too far down and into the lane from the corner, gets a kick out, and ends it with a 3 with some shot clock cheese, as Jason Move would say.
And now Jay Loden going to go to the line. I think this might be one of our first free throws of the evening. It's been a pretty quiet game at the line, and they're going to get their first 2 to drop and go in. And that one's a big one right there, giving Farewell 2K now the 2-point lead, 2.5 remaining. Both teams have 1 timeout each, and it's really going to come down to the defensive side. Who's going to force those turnovers? Who's going to get this opposite team to draw some stops? And right now, Beast, he's going to be their facilitator. He's got to be perfect. Kicks it over to You Can't Guard Me, who knocks down a 3, heavily contested with a man in his face.
Yeah, absolutely there. And that puts them up by 1 here with 2:10 left in the fourth quarter. And so I want to see Bo Ohio. Oh, he gets a wide open but gets rejected by Buster. Man, that got me rising up out of my seat a little bit when I saw that one.
Wild right there. That is a huge one there. And that is what they need here at home. Get one more stop. Get a bucket here. This is going to be big. Somebody's open off that double team and just doesn't hit You Can't Guard Me fast enough. That's going to lead into the leaner. And unfortunately, that was a missed pass down there in the corner. A little bit too much time holding on to the ball, not kicking it to the open man. Leads to a bad possession. Now you give the ball back to Farewell with 1.5 minutes and a chance to continue to try to take back the lead and keep the momentum on their side. It seems everything goes right for this Punisher side, and they just make one small error, and it's just so crucial for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what that shot was from Ohio. I couldn't tell if he was at the end of the shot clock, but then here we go. Farewell 2K gets the quick turnover and gets the 1-point lead there with that big dunk with 1:10 left here in fourth.
Well, here we go, 45-44. This is a big one. You Can't Guard Me, a huge 3 left open, and you got to stay on your feet, young fella. Get in the crab position. Throw those hands up on the sticks because you can't allow a 3 with 1 minute remaining. And now Punishers up by 2, adding to this lead. Ohio going to be all bump and gun right now as Big Unit is going to have to get something going. 9 seconds on the shot clock for the team in black. Paul B, the kick, almost a 50-50 loose ball turnover. And the alley-oop actually works out and pays off for him, Taygato.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how they were able to get that one, but they did, and it get into a tie game here, 47-47 with 36 seconds left in the game. And so we'll see Buster throws up a get it, but the offensive rebound is there back to and Buster misses that alley-oop there attempt. So we're going to have 20 seconds left here. And Ohio is going to bring the ball up to get a nice little set here. See if they can put themselves. Are they going to hold it for like a 1 to 2 second shot?
It looks like it right now, Taygato. Both teams still have a timeout. So if Jay Loading doesn't like what he sees, oh my gosh, he worked his man down low, and the Punishers are going to have 5.9 seconds to try to force an overtime or steal this win. But, man, the defense just breaks down there right at the end of that possession, Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. It just broke down. You've been seeing it all night, I think, from the Punisher side, with somebody lackadaisically not locking down on their offensive player for Farewell 2K in that corner position, and so they come in and they go for it. But here we go, Mike. 4 seconds left.
Got to act quick. You cannot hold this ball. Great backdoor cut. And the fine down to dead shot. Huge possession there for the big man. And what a
Wow.
dot there by the man, the only beast. Wow, what a fine there. 1.7. I think we're going to overtime here, folks. Don't look away now.
Yeah, I think don't look away here. I want to see if this ball comes in from the. I think it'll come in from the side here, with that timeout, right?
That will be advanced to the half-court line, I do believe, coming from the
Yeah.
hash mark. And here we go. It's got to be something pretty. Got to be something easy. Open in the corner. He's just going to run out of
Oh
bounds.
my gosh!
There it is. Oh, my. What a great inbound, Taygato. And the answer back by Farewell 2K. What a bang-bang scenario there, folks.
Wow, that was a crazy ending to that one. As you saw, there was a backdoor cut, but it was really just a straight cut down the lane, pass straight into the middle, and boom, threw the hammer down for the game. Called game on that one.
Wow, that was exciting.
Exactly. And so that was round one.
All right, welcome back to game number 3 of some more WR Pro-Am League playoff action. It's your boys SnowBikeMike and Taygato jumping around the community. And right now, we're going to be kicking it on over to Bad Blood, taking on Showtime 2K in a WR Pro-Am League matchup. And we've got some hops going on right now. I'm talking UPS ups in the truck right here. A lot of alley-oops so far in the beginning of this game. We're going to be jumping into it at the start of the second quarter, and we're going to see BP's finest right now going to work with this high screen and roll in the white. And he's got the drop down, but doesn't want to kick it. Some patience coming out of this point guard, Taygato, as he's trying to work it, but some great bump by Team Money right now to stop that. And Just Buckets is going to be put in a bad situation, puts it up at the end of the shot clock, and nothing coming from it for Showtime.
Yeah, absolutely here. And then we got a quick shot there from Bad Blood, it looked like. But gets himself a nice offensive rebound.
And now Football Guy 77 is going to put it up, and he does get the nice touch off of the glass and the rim. And a big-time three coming out for Bad Blood in the black and red. 23-15, this lead has extended to 8 points as both these teams are trading blows in the first quarter. Now it's going to look like a little bit of an extension of the lead here for Bad Blood as you take a look. 3-1 in the turnover section. We always look at that, but look at the shot percentages coming from Bad Blood. 10 and 11 and 3 of 4 from the outside. 6 of 13 from the field for Showtime 2K.
Yeah, that's the difference right now. They just are very efficient on the offensive end, which is really good to see when people have that.
Now BP is going to work it again. Some great patience coming from this point guard. Gets it down to Jacob, who just gets suffocated underneath the key. And unfortunately, he's not going to get the position to put up the easy bunny. And that's going to give Bad Blood a chance to extend this rebound. Oh, my gosh. Football Guy with the body. He's going to get the and one, Taygato. And I'm shaking right now at the desk. He's got 12 points on the evening.
Yeah, absolutely there. And then he converts that and one. But that is a big momentum swinger there when you can go drive into the lane and then put a big hammer down on a person like that, and get the and one with the foul and still finish. That's a big momentum swing for Bad Blood.
Definitely setting the tone here, playing away in your opponent's arena, and you do that, that's just going to quiet the crowd quite quickly. Your away squad will be cheering you on. 26-15, 11-point lead now in favor of Bad Blood, who's just been putting the clamps on this Showtime team. They're going to go up with the alley-oop. Jacob able to pull that down, and he's going to kick it to a Jug. And Jug with a big-time three. That is a must-have possession there, and a good find by the big man to kick it out over there to the wing position.
Yeah, absolutely. And then a big three shot there from Football Guy from Bad Blood. But that defensive possession was something that you wanted to see from these guys.
Exactly. Showtime. Loses that one, and now Bad Blood on the run. And Showtime with a chance to dig into that deficit. They just got to control the narrative and just lose momentum on that offensive swing. Leads to a turnover and an easy transition bucket for Bad Blood.
Yeah, absolutely there. They just got to control it. Ooh. There is a foul.
Going
I
up
did not.
and one for BP right there on the slam dunk. He's making it look like bad blood just in the all whites, and now a chance to make it an 8-point deficit here for his Showtime team here at home.
Yeah, for sure. And so we'll see if Showtime can convert this, and he does. So that cuts the lead down to 8 points here with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Well, let's see what Showtime can do. They got 2 minutes left in the second quarter, like Taygato said, and you want to come out here at home at least close heading into halftime. He's going to kick it to Team Money, who puts his man on his back and on a poster right there, catching the big-time body, and now back up to double digits in favor of Bad Blood. Showtime 2K got to get it done on the offensive and defensive side. A big-time three coming from BP.
Yeah, absolutely there. So we're seeing some nice back and forth action here, but once again we see football guy throw up a three and Just Buckets pulls it down. So I want to see Showtime here really start chipping away and taking good shots like they have been. So we'll continue to see what they do here.
They get the stop that they want, down by 7, and he's got 3 people jumping, just can't find the man in the corner. That was the open possession there. And now they're going to have to reset. Just Buckets put in another bad position with 1 second on the shot clock, and nobody using the timeouts at all either, Taygato, which is a very interesting move. They might be saving them for the second half, but still no timeout coming there after BP puts him in a bad position.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I would have used a timeout there. All these possessions are big for them here at the end of this end of this first half.
And Shell gets the locks. He's not going to get anything down that baseline. Tries to break down the double team, but just can't. And nobody opens. Some great defense off the scramble here by Showtime 2K. And the leaner, the fader doesn't go in, and a quick foul right there to stop the offensive transition for Showtime 2K.
Yeah, absolutely. And so now we get Showtime 2K getting the ball back here, and a quick three doesn't get it, but nice offensive rebound there for Showtime.
Yeah, Jacob playing really big down low, and that's what you need from your big man to force a second chance opportunity, especially late in this first half of action. Here comes the alley. The oop is perfect, and a great find by the point guard center combo. Make it a 5-point deficit now for the home team, and this was the momentum that we talked about. You didn't want to go down double digits early in this game. You're going to head into halftime with a smaller deficit that you had, but you leave that man wide open, and thankfully he misses it, but almost puts up the offensive shot, and Jacob able to defend the painted area right there. We're going to go to halftime 30-25 in favor of Bad Blood, having 2 good quarters there to start us off. 3 turnovers on each side, but really it's going to come down to that shooting percentage. 13 of 19 from the field for Bad Blood. 10 of 20, shooting 50% from the field is Showtime 2K.
Yeah, absolutely. There you saw better 3-point percentage there for Showtime 2K in that second quarter, late into the end of the first half. So that is good. That's a good momentum swing there, I think, for them being only down 5. But all they are getting right now is just getting worked on the defensive end, just getting run around.
And now here comes the start of the second half. Unfortunately, going to miss that one on the alley-oop. But I think the ball might go back in their favor, and it looks like it does. It's going to be tipped by Bad Blood on the defensive side. And now Showtime, a chance to make this a possible one-possession game right here, right now, with a good possession to start off the second half. Here comes the high screen and roll with BP and Jacob. And let's see if they can find something to work right now. They're asking him to put up the 3 as they're really clogging the paint, and BP going to go right at the defender. Doesn't get the roll, but Jacob able to get the offensive rebound, and they're going to reset with 10 seconds on the shot clock now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we get a nice screen and roll. It got a nice inside pass there, and then he gets the 2 points. So that's definitely something that you needed there, getting multiple offensive rebounds and then getting some points off of those second chances.
A great find there, and that makes it a 3-point game, a one-possession game, almost a steal, and it is a steal by Jacob, who's just playing phenomenal for this Showtime team. This man has awoken late into the second half now, and I'm impressed by Jacob, the big man, for the Showtime team. He's doing it on both ends of the court, Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that you look for all around. Oh, and then a nice 3 from Just Buckets there. Puts it back into a tied 30-30 range in this third quarter, which is really what we're trying to see here. Is great work from Jacob on all ends of both sides of it. overall. It looks like he's got the takeover badge there down in the paint as well.
Now Shell got the lock, going to go up, two-hand slam on the defender too. It's going to go up and good, make it 32-30. But really the narrative that we're going to talk about is this Showtime team awakening here early in the second half of action, taking this comeback. They were once down by 10 in the first. Now they come back, and they're going to make this a possible tied-up game. And look at the pump fake by Jacob, who was awoken once again with his takeover badge.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you're looking for, is the patience by him. Normally, after that first pump fake, a lot of centers will pass it out and try to get a quick three off of it. Ooh, but just bad rotational defense there on that little slip screen that happened between those two. I was very surprised that Jacob would get caught up in that like that.
No doubt about it. Great find, though. That was the big one. Great find there by the point guard to get the drop down football guy. Good find there. BP's going to miss that, but that's going to be real SNB. He gets the offensive rebound. Another missed three. Very unfortunate there for Showtime to possibly take the lead. And great defense, though, in transition to guard the painted area. Looks like they're going to be missing it on the scramble, and Team Money's going to take a timeout for bad blood. Wow, Tay. I mean, two back-to-back offensive rebounds for Showtime. Two ugly-looking three-pointers go up. That doesn't help them at all, but some great defense on the way back by BP Finest, and that one saves the possession there for them.
Yeah, absolutely. The great defense on the back end. When you make a mistake like that, when you make some mistakes by BP throwing up bad three-point shots, and then you come back on the defensive end of the court and shut some people down on the transition, that's what you like to see. And wow, what an errant pass there by football guy. Nobody on the backdoor cut.
Oh, man. What is just very heavy on the alley-oops, Taygato. I mean, why not just take it to the rack yourself or give it up to the man in front of you? Let him take it to the rack. Why are we seeing so many bad possessions with these missed opportunities on the alley-oops? And that's going to be another ugly one for Showtime. And a back-to-back block right there. Great save by Showtime, but the 50-50 ball is going to go in favor of Bad Blood. And if you're a Bad Blood team member, just pull it out, take a deep breath, reset the offense. Wow. You want to add to this lead, and that's going to go out of bounds in favor of Showtime, I believe.
Yep, Showtime gets the possession arrow on that one, and that's not what you're looking for, man. Being up by 2 points, and just there was a big block party there, but oh my gosh, a turnover on the inbound pass for Showtime. Just lackadaisical ball happening all around as another steal from real SMB getting in the passing lane, then a quick foul by Bad Blood to reset the defensive set.
Incredible. Bad Blood getting every possession thrown right back to them to just say, hey, continue to grow this lead. Showtime doesn't even want to take the lead with the possessions that they've been having lately. And now's a chance. Let's put up or shut up. BP going to put up a three and just no pass jacking it. And that's one of those, I always preach ball movement, player movement, and when you just have a point guard sitting there on that high screen and roll, just dribbling back and forth and decides to put up a three that really has no momentum going into it, that just leads to a bad one. And BP's got to get this one to drop, and he does. Make it 20 points, Taygato. 20 points for BP. He is the scoring man for this Showtime team in the white, and they got to go through him if they want to put up any buckets, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. Showtime is the one that's hitting the shots. And really doing everything on that end. He's 20 points for him. Like you said, he's 8 from 17 from the field goal range. Only 3 of 9 behind the three-point line, which is not what you're looking for there. But with everything else that he's doing, he's the only one that's really getting anything scoring-wise for this team.
And now as we take a look, 20 points for him, 0 for real. The shooting guard has 0 points over there in that corner. Somehow got to get him affected in this game. Looks like he will be picking up football guy with that takeover lockdown badge, and he forces the backcourt violation. A huge stop right there with 42 seconds in the third, and both these teams tied up at 34-34 apiece. It's been a back-and-forth, very heavy defensive game that we've seen. Not many teams can really get the opening that they need to lead to a large lead, and now BP's going to get triple teams, it looks like. Can he find somebody? A nice alley-oop there down to the big man, Jacob.
Yeah, absolutely, and that puts them up by 2 here, which is a big momentum swing for them. I don't think that they've had much of a lead at all here in this game. So football guy goes down into the lane, but it's ice cold, Mike. I don't know why he's trying to put shots up there. As you can see, if when you're looking at the Bad Blood team, they have 2 players that are ice cold there on the deep on for them, and so we'll see if BP can make them pay here as well.
No good there from a deep three, and that was your chance to cut into this lead. That's going to end the third quarter of action. We're going to head into the final 5 minutes right now with Showtime 2K up 36-34 over Bad Blood, but we know both these teams can strike at a drop of a dime. It's really going to come down to who gets the stops and who gets the good possessions, and BP, that's what you got to see going up and pretty off the glass, making a 4-point lead now for the home team.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not what you're looking for when you're Bad Blood, giving up different shots in the paint like that. And BP's finest is the one that's taken over. He's the one on the Showtime team that is really leading the squad and putting them in the backpack and carrying them to victory here.
And that's what they needed there. 34-38. Bad Blood has to have a good possession right now. Kicks it out to Team Money. A full yellow right there. And that one's going to drop 37-38. Team Money with a big-time shot. He's currently got 14 points, 6 rebounds as well for the big man. And they needed that from the center to drop. And BP, he's just going to break down the defense with the left-handed jam. And that's going to be another big moment is how do you guard and how do you stop this pick and roll? You got Jacob, the big man, who has really become electric this second half. BP was finally making the right plays late in the stretch of this game. How do you stop that screen and roll? How do you stay in front of him? And there's going to be a foul right there by Just Buckets.
Yeah, I don't know. I think on that screen and roll, you don't want your post defender to overbite. Oh, big slam there from Work for Three. But yeah, you don't want your post player to overcommit on that and to switch, because then you have a point guard on a post player. But it looked like they had a great defensive possession on that pick and roll. So maybe that's what they'll end up doing, is ending up switching more often.
Definitely, and a chance to take the lead. The leaner's going to drop for 3 from the corner, make it 42-40 now as Bad Blood takes advantage of that missed opportunity by Showtime, and they're going to take the lead for the first time late into this ball game. Here comes a steal as well by Work for Three, who has definitely had his name called a couple of times late in this game, and now Bad Blood, chance to extend this lead to possibly 2 possessions or more. Football guy up and good, making a deep 3 off the pick and pop. 45-40 now, Taygato. Woo!
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big thing of or different events there. And then Just Buckets gets a long 2 to answer right back. But that's not something that you wanted to see from Showtime, to get Bad Blood having multiple possessions there where they'd pull away with a 3-pointer as well as and a 2-point shot there. So I want to see Showtime really break it down here. And they can't. Ooh, man, I don't know if that post player was just trying to trap on that one, or if he was actually trying to really work that screen and roll, but that slip screen really just pulled it in and ended up getting it there.
Big time shot there. Now they're down by 5 and looking to add to that one. Does not get the 3 to drop, and Bad Blood's going to be on the run. Let's see if they can get a bucket. No, they're going to pull it out, kind of milk this clock, control the time, and that is the right move by Football Guy to really just work this, get deep into the shot clock. They got 1 timeout remaining, and oh my gosh, he works the shot clock so well. He works his man to not even guarding him, and an easy dunk there on the layup. Make it a 7-point lead now for Bad Blood, who seems to be pulling away with this one in the final 2 minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely there. I don't know why they didn't pass it to Jacob down in the lane there from Finest, but I think they're trying to get as many points for each possession. Oh, man, Jacob with a nice offensive rebound.
Jacob with
Just
the save
buckets.
right there. And look at this team now becoming very reliant on the 3-pointers. You got 2 minutes. You're only down by about 7. You can take the 2s if you got an open one, but thankfully Just Buckets able to get a big-time 3 there and keep this game in it. They're down by 4, but can't become reliant on the 3s. You got to take the easiest basket possible, knowing you still have plenty of times, and you have 3 timeouts for this Showtime team. They got to use these things.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not using any of these timeouts to try to stop the momentum, but great defense there from Showtime to get that shot clock violation and see if they can get themselves back into a 1-possession game here, with 1:08 left in the fourth.
big opportunity right now, Taygato. Definitely don't look away from your screen as BP is going to have his team's fate in his hands for this possession. This is must-have. Almost puts up the midi. He's going to kick it down to Jacob, who's not going to miss that big-time dunk. The big man is eating, and now we got a one-possession ball game. One stop could change the tide for this home team. Can they do it? As football guy just runs right through two defenders. Jacob, though, says, no, not in my house, little man. And now they're going to reset with 10 seconds on the shot clock. There's the drop down by the big man. And this is the one you want to see. They got the switch, the big man on the smaller defender right there. And he almost loses it, Team Money. Puts up big shot H again in a bad position. And here's the run out to Ty. And oh my gosh, he gets rejected by the smallest man on the court. That's football guys 7-7-7-3. And wow, 17 seconds on the shot clock, about 4-second difference. And I think you're going to have to foul here, Taygato.
Yeah, I think they got to foul. I don't know what Showtime's doing here.
Very interesting. Maybe they're going to rely on the 3 seconds that they're giving, but I might have fouled with that 20-second marker. Football guy with the biggest shot of the night knocks it down from that corner area, and that's going to be the dagger here, folks. The nail in the coffin. Football guy with 25 points, shooting 4 of 6 on the outside, 10 of 16 from the field, and he just put his team on his back to lock down this win right there in the WR Pro-Am League playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. He got himself a double-double there. He's got 11 assists, so that's a great game from that point guard position for Paul guy.
Wow, huge right there. And like I said, Taygato, I think the move would have been to foul at 20, force the free throws, use your timeouts, and I don't know if they're going to count that. It looks like they won't. 52-47 in a nail-biter. Bad Blood will be taking this win for the playoff series over Showtime 2K. It's your boys SnowBikeMike and Taygato, keeping it locked, keeping it hot right here on the call. We will be right back with some more 2K Hoops. All right, 2K Hoopers, welcome back to another WR Pro-Am League broadcast. Tonight we are locked in for the first round of the WR Pro-Am League playoffs, and we're heading into Game 2 of Bad Blood taking on Showtime 2K. It's your boy SnowBikeMike, joined at the desk with Taygato61, and we'll be bringing you the analysis and that spicy play-by-play that you want to hear throughout the broadcast. Game 1 was separated by a dagger 3 late into the fourth quarter with 3 seconds remaining, going in favor of Bad Blood. Football guy 77-31 will be our player of the match as he knocks down the dagger and puts his team in the lead to win. They're going to be playing at home in their all white and reds, and they'll be taking on Showtime 2K. Now, of course, Taygato and I will be talking about your players to watch. Tay, on the Bad Blood side, who are we going to be watching here at home?
Yeah, absolutely. On the Bad Blood side, we're looking at football guy at the point guard position. And then also, I think it's who's that? For three, who for three? I think is his name. At the wing position, those were the two for those guys. And then on the Showtime side, we are looking at Jacob, who's down in the lane and just gets the big dunk there to start off this game, and the point guard finest. So those are the two that we're looking for on the Showtime side.
Well, good dunk by Jacob. You want the big man to get going early. He was kind of sedative and kind of quiet in the first half of game number 1. Then the second half of game 1, he became alive. He awokened in this pick-and-roll offense, and he's going to be the man to go to for this team. He's got the patience. He showed the versatility, and wow, football guy almost gets rejected and met at the rim by just buckets. And now we're going to have a basketball game on our hands as Showtime 2K and the All Black has a chance to extend this lead to a 2-possession game for them. And after game 1, they know they need to get a lead here and get it early. Just buckets for 3 from the wing. Great find by Finest, and that's a 5-0 timeout for football guy and the boys in red.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not what you were looking for on that start if you're from Bad Blood. So you got to take that time out, get yourself focused again, and stop that momentum swing a little bit for Showtime.
Yeah, playing at home, no need to go down early. Let's realign. Let's get into our set right now. We're going to see this right here with Football Guy and Team Money. Let's see if they can get this high screen and roll going. Football Guy is going to have to be the facilitator. He's got to do it all for this team, make the right plays, and he doesn't get anything off that screen and roll. And it's going to put Big Shot H, who had a terrible game one, up in there, and he misses that three. But Work for Three will get the offensive rebound and the putback. And that's a good second chance shot for Work for Three, who gets it done on the glass.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you're looking for there. Just getting yourself hot again. And here's Finest for three, and he gets it. And that's another 3-point shot hit by Showtime here in the early going.
That looked wet, Taygato, and you like to get your point guard getting early. Jacob's got a bucket now. He's got a bucket now, and this 1-2 combo is going to start to work on the pick and rolls. And there's Football Guy. Almost had the pick and roll with Team Money. Doesn't get it as Jacob's able to get back and in front of his man. Now Football Guy's got to go to work late into the shot clock. Puts up a midi, though, with the stop and pop, and that's perfect. Make it 8-4 now. They got to get it done on the defensive side, though, to try to dig into this deficit early, 2 minutes in to the game number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got a wide open shot from Real SMB, who finally hits a shot from the corner, from the shooting guard position there, for that Showtime team. I think that's his first hit shot here in these two games that we've called from Bad Blood and Showtime.
That's big for him. You got to get him going. There's got to be a relief valve for this point guard and center combo with the pick and roll. Somebody has to be able to knock down that set shot, and Real S&B then gets it done on the defensive side. Look at BP with the stutter step at the 3 to get his man to jump and gets the blow by there. That is some great point guard IQ right there, and I love seeing the play there.
Yeah, dude, that's deceptive work there and then another turnover by Bad Blood. Jacob getting that pick down in the lane, but that's just deceptive good work there by Finest to get that stutter step, get his man up in the air, blow by, and get the dunk.
Oh man, awesome stuff. And now look at Showtime here. They lose game 1 by 5, and now they're up right here by about 9 points. Great rebound by Jacob, who's going to get the second chance opportunity for his boys in black. And now Jug is going to have to get something going. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Kicks it to Jacob. First three of the night for the big man. That one drops as he's left wide open on that second chance opportunity for Showtime 2K.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that was a big deal when Jacob comes down there and gets a 3 wide open from the big man position. But there again, you saw one of the Bad Blood players just trying to stop this flood that is happening from the Showtime.
They get lucky there as Finest misses the dunk, but man, he was breaking down the defense. Everybody for Bad Blood was just running the opposite way. Nobody's stepping up, and Team Money's going to be found underneath for the bunny there. Good find by Football Guy, but still got to get it done on the defensive side. Let's see if they can link together another defensive stop here and try to continue to dig into this deficit. And Finest, woo! Watch out, he's hot right now, Taygato.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He is hot this game, shooting the ball, facilitating. He's doing everything for this Showtime team.
I love seeing that. Shell the God.
Shell
the lock. Oh, big time stop like Taygato said, and just buckets will draw the foul on the transition. Look at Finest shooting perfect from the field. He's got 8 points, and his team up by 11. Now here's the takeover badge as well. He's going to work that high screen and roll, and here comes the dribble god moves and a bailout right there by Team Money, and unfortunately actually going to cause the bonus and send this man to the line.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that we see all the time. I mean, he converts there on his free throws. So they're in the bonus, Mike, here in the first quarter. I don't know if you see that as well. Showtime is in the bonus after these fouls. So every foul that will happen, they will get free throws here from Showtime.
Luckily, there's only 30 seconds left. If this was any further deeper into the first, I would be really worried about that, Taygato, because, fouls come dime a dozen here in the 2K world, especially in transition, and to allow that many fouls alone in the first quarter to get them into the bonus really shows you that this Bad Blood team has not been able to find it on the offense or defensive side, and as I say that, they knock down a big-time 3, make it 11-21, but when you get into bonus that early, that just shows you that this team has figured you out, and they're starting to break you down. And BP going to put up his third three of the night, and that one drops right there with the takeover badge, 24-11 to finish out the first quarter. Team Money's going to throw it up, and that was close, but no cigar there. 13 points for BP's finest.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the difference. That's the difference. Those 13 points for this squad. And football guy goes and runs it and tries to barrel himself into the lane, but can't. And Finest is going to set himself back up here.
Great defense there on that pickup, as football guy wanted to go head straight to the basket with a full head of steam, and he's not going to get that, and his team luckily bails him out from that missed opportunity by Showtime, who wants to continue to add on to this lead. But when you're down by double digits, now's the moment. You got to get back into your offensive set. You got to find out what worked for you in game one, how you got that win, and they seem just to not to have it. Look at the backdoor cut on the baseline, is totally missed. Shell got the locks, though, was able to bail him out, but you got to hit him on the cut there to get an easy bucket instead of putting up that three. And GH Herbs, he's been empty all night.
Yeah, absolutely. He hasn't been getting anything. And so now we got Showtime coming back up with Finest, who's just working. Look at these handles. Ooh, timeout called before he could lose that handle from Showtime. So that might have been a smart move there by Showtime and Finest to call that timeout before he could lose the handles on that ball.
Yeah, big timeout right there to keep that. That's one of those, that ball becomes technically loose there. I don't really know if you can call that in his possession to give him the timeout, but here in 2K, they allow you to get away with that kind of call, and they're going to burn one here. They got 3 remaining for both teams, and we talked about timeouts in game number 1, using them at the right time, saving them, and then being able to use them in the fourth when you know you need them, and both these teams kind of hesitant in game 1. Now game 2, they're just burning right through them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just burning. They're burning through them from both ends here. So I bet. Oh, age 3 from him. I don't think we've seen a score from him in either of the games until now. So that's a big shot for him.
Yeah, big bucket there. Big time 3 coming up for him, and A-Jug stomping in his Timberlands gets his team a 14-point lead, and football guy's just going to have it ripped out of his hands. Here comes BP's Finest on the run out, but he's going to be smart enough to pull it out with no numbers in his favor, and he'll wait for the high screen and roll. And look at that drop down. He doesn't get that, though, unfortunately. A missed opportunity there, but he'll continue to work the dribble god. He's been hot all night. Just got to find the right pass, and Jacob, smaller man, look at the man, going to put his body on him.
Yeah, absolutely. Jacob's just imposing his will down in the paint here against that smaller defender.
Yeah, you got to like that. See, that's what that screen and roll can lead to if your point guard has enough patience to wait for the drop down to see where they pick up. If you get the big man on you after you turn around off that screen and your big man gets the small guy, it's time to let him work down low, especially with somebody so dominant like Jacob. He can take control down low, and if he gets the baby on him that is football guy, he's going to go to work, and BP on that time, he's going to keep the ball as he turns the corner, and that's an easy layup for him. Now we are in doubling this team score right now for Bad Blood.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Showtime's just coming up and showing out here against this one, and this one, if Showtime keeps pushing the envelope and keeps hitting shots and keeps being smart, I don't think they have both teams are very clean on the turn ratio, but if Showtime can continue to be smart on the defensive end and on the offensive end, getting the right passes and hitting the open people, I think this one is going to stay similarly with a similar score the whole way up through.
Definitely. They've shown that they've changed up their game plan from game 1. Game 1 was very back and forth, very close, highly contested matchup till the bitter end there. And now they've come out in this first quarter into first half, second quarter of action right now, and really have just blown this Bad Blood team out of the water. Don't know what's the mistake here for Bad Blood, but they've figured out their rhythm with this pick and roll. Finest has done a phenomenal job with the dot to the corner. Real SNB, unfortunately, can't hit that one. He's had a really cold night, but, when you have Jacob and Finest going off, the other 3 members can just kind of play their role and really pick up on the defensive side and allow these 2 to work on the offensive side.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're also seeing them shutting down football guy pretty much in this game in comparison to game 1.
And let's see what they can do. Jacob now playing a little point guard action. He's going to give it back to Finest, thankfully, and they'll reset with the screen and roll. And watch those corners as Finest does turn this pick. Let's see what he's got. And he's going to yak it up from the hash mark. No good. The bailout by Jacob is going to kick it back to Ayo Jug, who's going to put it up. And no good for him. And here comes Jacob. Could have easily had the bunny, though, Taygato. Gets the long shot by Ayo Jug, but that's the one we talk about is the center pulling down the second chance opportunity. He can go right back up with that. He had the position. Nobody in front of him between him and the basket. Could have just put that up, but the long two does drop instead. And a great alley-oop to Shell got locks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what we've been talking about with the center position is that they're so quick on the kick out that they don't even think about going up themselves and getting an easy 2-point shot. And so they're so eager to kick that out to one of their teammates that they could eat. In certain situations, that's great. And I love that they're pass happy. But I think what is ended up happening here with a lot of teams is that center is getting the pass out, and they are taking quick, ill-advised shots from the 3-point line instead of being patient, getting down the lane, and trying to hammer home a nice 2-point baby hook or even a dunk in that situation.
Definitely. Well, as we round out this first half of game number 2, Bad Blood's going to be down by a lot. That's a good bucket there by T Money on the pick and roll, but it's going to be a 14-point deficit for your home team in the red and black or red and white. My apologies. 15 seconds now, and chance for Finest to add to this lead, and he's been having a phenomenal game. Why not add to this point total? And here comes the high screen and roll to round out the first half. Let's see what he can get. Oh, the dribble god into a splash. It was perfect. You didn't miss that one. We all knew that was going to happen there, folks. And now BP is going to finish with 20 points, shooting 7 of 10 from the field. The only player on both sides to go over double digits right now. And it's been all BP all evening long. Jacob was 7 and 5. That's what you want to see from your big man. But on the opposite side, when we circle this Bad Blood team, take a look. 2-6, 2-8, and 3. Both teams doing a great job with controlling the turnovers, but nobody in double digits. Nobody shooting that well, shooting 10 of 18 from the field as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. The difference there between these two teams is a 3 percentage. Every one of the starting 5 for Showtime have hit a 3 in that first half. So we'll see if they can continue to be hitting those threes, hitting those nice splashes there. But also then you see a nice turnover from Showtime. Ooh, a big old flex on him type of dunk. Trying to fire his team up as they're down by 15 here.
Now let's see. Oh, wow. Even with a man on top of him, just gets up and rises above Team Money. 40-23. The floodgates are wide open. Me and Taygato out here on the diggy, just trying to survive right now as the floodgates are running wild. And Showtime 2K putting on a show for us here. Bad Blood, Taygato, we still have 9 minutes remaining in this game. What can Bad Blood do to try to get back to it? Let's try to find solutions. Let's not talk about the issues. Let's find solutions and try to help this team out. What do they need to do to reduce this 17-point lead?
Yeah, they just need to find the open 3 right now. Every shot in from the 3-point line just have either clanked or just they aren't doing very well from that point. And so you just don't want the floodgates to continue to be open here. Oh wow, Jacob snags that away from the defender down in the paint. Oh, and a nice pass there as well. Out of that. So the 3-point game I think is something that they really need to start looking at and seeing if they can start getting some of those shots. Open 3-point shots.
And they forced to stop right now. Ooh. Now's the chance you got to get a bucket. And Football Guy rises above the rim on the run. That's one of Football Guy's big-time pros and his thing that you watch in this game. If he gets a full head of steam heading towards the basket, he's going to go up strong with 2 hands, and not many people are going to stop him. There's the big-time block by Team Money on Finest. And now Just Buckets is going to get that one ripped out of his hands. And Bad Blood with a good couple of stops right there to defend their hoop.
Yeah, absolutely. And Showtime gets the ball back here with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ooh, what do you got? A bailout foul there from
there.
Bad Blood. Yeah, so it goes back to a 14 second shot clock for Finest here. So we'll see if Showtime can continue to pour it on here with Finest and Jacob doing the high pick and roll that they've been doing the whole game.
Yeah, 3 seconds now on the shot clock. This is the stop they wanted. Great defense right there by the lockdown. And there's the bailout foul by Jacob to stop the transition, which is smart. That's the meta of this game, to stop any transition possible by drawing the foul. And now 15 points. Football guys just got to get a good possession here and continue to force this defense for Bad Blood. He's going to get bailed out with the reach in by Real SNB. And back and forth right here. Can Bad Blood make the comeback? That's going to be the storyline that we're going to talk about for the remainder of the evening. And that's the fourth team foul right there. I think we're one away from having a bonus with 2.5 minutes remaining for Bad Blood. Showtime just kind of reaching their hands in the cookie jar and just getting called for it nonstop.
Yeah, that was 2 fouls straight in a row for Real SMB. So that's just an interesting thing there. So hopefully they can keep it together here with the fouls at the end of the third. So then they don't get into the bonus, because once they start getting into the bonus, man, it's going to be a very different game for Bad Blood. Then they could possibly chip away at this lead.
Definitely, and they get the stop right there. That is going to be a steal by Real SNB. They needed that one. Good quick timeout. That takes them down to 2 timeouts remaining for this 2 quarters left in game number 2. Bad Blood is up 1-0 in the series, looking to close out after a dagger shot by Football Guy down the corner. And now it just doesn't look like they have the same momentum from game number 1. All their players still in single digits. Nobody looks like the breakout star here for this home team like they need. And BP Finest has been the man to watch. Tough to guard as he's got 20 points. And look at the dot over to Real SNB, who has just absolutely been ice cold all evening, unfortunately, Taygato.
Yeah, absolutely. But then there's your big man, Jacob, down in the lane that's just out here working.
Yeah, he bails you out no matter what. Finest is going to put it up. He doesn't get it, and Jacob again with the bailout. Now Just Buckets is going to have 10 on the shot clock. Plenty of time to reset and try to get a good one with this high screen and roll action once again. Right back to it. 3 seconds. He's going to have to yak it up on the big defender.
Ooh.
Oh, and it goes in, but they're going to get called for the offensive goaltend, the offensive interference, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. I think Jacob was trying to go up for a rebound on that and just happened to get the hand up into the cookie jar of the rim there.
But a great work right there. Big time offensive rebounds by Jacob, and that's something you have to stop. If you're team money on the defensive side, you cannot allow that to happen in your painted area, and that just gives them even more chances to put this lead up to higher and higher point totals. You're down by 15. You've been quiet for the past minute. How are you going to get a bucket right now and get in this? And Football Guy not going to take the easy one. He's going to pull it out and gives it to work for 3 from the corner, who's going to reset with 6 seconds. And this team not really seeing some movement at all. Nobody getting open, and Shell got the locks. He's going to be able to put a big old elbow out and get some space to get a nice bucket on the drop step.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that we really like to see is a drop step, man. That's just such a nice, classy move off that. Ooh, but there's a nice little finger roll from Finest on that to answer back.
The jelly answer back is right, and we like seeing that power basketball, but then the finesse ball with the finger roll Jones right back at you. And how do you stop Finest? That's going to be the question for the remainder of the series as they head into game 3. If they do, they're going to have to find a stop for this guy and somehow control Jacob down low. Team Money gets an offensive rebound. There's the backdoor cut, and they missed that one once again. Looks like nobody's seeing that with the icon passes, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. But then you see T-Money go and finish that nice little lob alley-oop layup there to put it up to 29-42, still in favor of Showtime. So we'll see what happens here, but that's a little bit of a window opener of like what could happen in game 3. Oh, but then this.
Woo! Woo!
That's a demoralizing one here at the end of the third quarter.
Big time throwdown right there. They will get called with the goaltend, but it was going in no matter what. 44-29, 27 seconds remaining, about 2 offensive possessions left for each team to probably get one here. And Team Money's got to go up with that one. He does get that one to drop, thankfully. His team needs it. Now, lead only down to 13, Taygato. This lead continues to get smaller and smaller on the side of Showtime 2K, and that's just some missed offensive possessions that they're having. And Bad Blood here at home could have a chance to get some momentum on their side and make it interesting in the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and then there's a nice defensive possession there at the end
Oh,
of
great
the
stop
third.
down there in the painted area.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was a big 6 point swing there between the two teams. They were down by 15 and got a 6 point swing. Bad blood there, and so a little bit of momentum difference for you. So we'll be seeing if the Showtime can really just put their foot on the throat, and that is a no go because football guy comes back in and cuts this lead to 11 with that dunk.
That was a big stop right there. That's one Taygato was just about to hit on is like, can you come out in the fourth quarter and set the tone, let them know that you're looking to close this game out, or will you put up a bad shot and let this bad blood team try to make a comeback? And that's what happens there. You put up an ill-advised three, bad blood gets the rebound, they're off and running, and thankfully you have Jacob on your team because he bails you out with an outrageous alley-oop. That alley-oop went through two people and almost the backboard, it looked like, Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. It just was an unreal one. Oh, look at that James Harden step from football guy though. He is really starting to heat up here in the fourth.
He's starting to heat up, and we know he can knock down shots from the outside. He can get himself going down in the lane. And, man, nice pretty Euro step showing off his skill set. A bad three there by Showtime, and now we're back on the run with football guy who's going to pull it out, gets a good kick down to work for three, but he's not going to put it up against a smaller defender. Very interesting move there for work for three, but it looks like football guy will activate his takeover badge, and it's going to be all him all evening long right now. The alley-oop goes up and good to Shell. Got the locks.
Yeah, and so that cuts it down to a 9 point lead for these guys. So, man, Bad Blood is just showing up here on the defensive end and gets another turnover. Work for three, gets the steal on that, and we got football guy on the break.
On the break, here comes football guy. Take over Bads, gets it to Team Money. He's going to go up, draws the and one foul with the body, and put a saddle on him because you're riding him. He's going to go to the line to make it a 3-point possession and possibly make this a 2-possession game with a 6-point deficit in front of them. Can he knock it down? Yes, he does. And 6 points is the difference now, folks. We were talking about 20 points earlier in the first half. We were talking about 15 out of the third quarter. And now here in the final 3 minutes, Showtime 2K has totally lost their momentum. Nobody scoring on their side. BP Finest had 20 points in the first half, has only scored 2 points in the past 7 minutes, Taygato. That is huge for this bad blood team to get those stops that they need.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you saw T Money just kind of put it on his back and be the person that is going to dominate down in the lane and get points that way. He's the point leader for them. So we'll see if Finest and Jacob can really start to pull away here because you do not want to leave. Ooh, that was a great move there, but you don't not want to leave the door open for Bad Blood.
Yeah, we saw that in game number 1. It did go back and forth, but either one of these teams can score at a moment's notice if they get the opportunity, and you don't want to leave the door open like Taygato just said. That's an ill-advised three by football guy, and he's got to know as the captain, the point scorer for this team, he's going to be looked at as you got to make every possession count, and when you put up a no-pass jack like that with 5+ feet beyond the arc, it's not going to help the team in the momentum as now Showtime 2K can get back up to a double-digit lead on you. And that's what they're going to do with that pick and roll alley-oop combo over there to Jacob.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's all coming off of that ill-advised shot from football guy. And that's not what we were looking for. So Team Money's going to go and call that timeout and see if they can get themselves back into this thing. You got Jacob with 17 points here, and you got Finest with 22. He's got a double-double there with 10 assists. Football guy is not showing up here, is 4 for 9 from the field, but just is not hitting those 3-point shots like he was in that game 1. So we'll see if he can pull it out here, but they're keying on him for sure.
And we're going to go straight into the mix. The double team over at the hash mark will be alleviated. Big Shot H is going to be able to get out of that one, and the big man now is going to try to work the dribble, the step back three, much needed, and that's a no-pass jack right there late in this fourth quarter, and that's not what you want to see because, oh boy, the windmill alley-oop dunk is going to come down on top of Bad Blood, and Showtime 2K will now take a 12-point advantage with 2 minutes remaining. Very unfortunate for Bad Blood, who's had a great start to the fourth quarter and now just kind of losing steam here late in the game. And that's that mental fatigue. Do you have it? Do you not? In series like this, where the games are going to go long, we're late into the night over on the East Coast side. And can you stay awake? Can you stay mentally prepared and not make mistakes like this? And Bad Blood just kind of showing you they might be a little tired after that late game one win. And oh boy, as I say that, Shell got the locks is going to throw something sick down.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that brings it back to 10. So I want to see a big defensive stop here from Bad Blood and then get themselves a nice offensive possession off of it.
And here's the work. Jacob, big time body right there, even gets one after the push, and he gets that one to drop. And Jacob, he has been the man to go to after Bad Blood has stopped BP's finest. Jacob has not been able to be stopped, unfortunately, and that's that double-headed dragon that you got to deal with. Big shot, not going to get that one. That's unfortunate for Bad Blood as he misses another opportunity, and this three could be a dagger, but real S&B just dead quiet tonight. Gets bailed out by Jacob, though.
Yeah, Jacob is a big man in the paint. That's literally just a ball magnet down there from the rebound.
And that's what he's there for. Big Shot H got to have this. He knocks that one down. Make it 56-45, an 11-point lead with a minute remaining. If you don't get a stop here, this game is going to be too far out of reach for you. Showtime 2K with one timeout. Bad Blood with two timeouts. Nobody's even going to pick up on this. You got to force something, put a little pressure, and he's going to leave Just Buckets wide open. Does miss the deep three, but, man, what are you doing watching your man? You got to step up. This has to knock in. Work for three, does a big-time shot, and we got an 8-point game now, Taygato, with 33 seconds remaining.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you got to start fouling here.
Got to pick up at half court, try to get the stop, doesn't get it, and now you got to bust out the foul immediately. Looks like they're going to try to get the double-team pressure, but nobody fouling, just kind of letting this one go, and real S&B going to be smart here, just kind of milk this clock, nothing to do, nowhere to go, but waste this clock down and take game number 2 over Bad Blood, and looks like that's going to be a wrap here, folks. 56-48. Showtime 2K with the comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got work for three that just left there. 6 minutes with 6 seconds left. I think they're just content with going into game number 3, seeing if they can pull it out there at the end of that one. So that was an interesting matchup there. We got Showtime coming back and hitting almost all of their 3-point shots that they could possibly imagine beyond that. So it's just an interesting thing here. So now's the time to close out. We got T-Money quitting out here and going back in for game number 3.
Now. All right, 2K Hoopers, welcome back to another fun 2K community matchup. We got the WR Pro-Am League playoffs underway. We've been jumping from series to series, and right now we're going to be jumping into Team Starvation, taking on Must See TV. We got some great teams ahead of us here, and of course, I got to touch on Starvation here at home. This team, I've watched them since 2K18, 2K17, my apologies, and these guys have been working on their craft, coming together as a team over the years, and look at them now, some tough teams to beat here in the WR Pro-Am scene, but they're going to have a big matchup against Must See TV. Your boy SnowBikeMike joined at the table with Taygato. Taygato, let's jump into the action and have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be here, Mike.
And it looks like Starvation, a.k.a. Team Gage, down on your scorecard, will take a 9-point lead, 9-0 over Must See TV. They're going to have to reset with this timeout. They got to get a bucket on the board, a minute 15 already into this game, and you don't want to let Team Starvation start walking all over you here at home, especially with that momentum that we've seen from different series. Let's see what this team can go. A walking bucket and Masizzle will be starting it off here with this high screen and roll. The 3 goes up, and that is good from deep, Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they needed there. Being down 9-0, you need to start making plays in that way. And there's a nice defense possession. Starvation will get it back there, but a great defense and a good poke there from Len Griffey.
Big time one right there, and it's going to go back in favor of Team Starvation. That's going to be LD Berg putting it up. No good there, but a star called B, the big man, gets the rebound, kicks it to the corner, and White Man can't jump. He jumps up and puts up a 3, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's another 3 for for Starvation, and they're just doing really good at finding the open man, and they're hitting shots.
And there's a answer back by Must See TV. They knocked down a 3 of their own, and now they're going to have a deficit of 6 points ahead of them about halfway through the first quarter of game number 1. Both these teams ready and eager to match up for this WR Pro-Am League playoffs, best of 3 series. Winner moves on to the next round. It is night number 1, and we've seen a lot of community games. Of course, we were just locked in with Bad Blood taking on Showtime 2K. We saw some other teams, some Salsa and Nachos take on some teams. We've had a lot of fun, Taygato, this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Love me some salsa and nachos, even if they didn't win.
And let's take a look. Great pump fake and great drive with the finger roll Jones. That was a perfect move there to get both defenders closing out on him to jump up. And now we got a 12-8 game as Must See TV has turned this one around. They were down 9-0 with about a minute ago. And now look at them here in this game. 2 possessions. Star Called B is going to put up the elbow shot. No good as the defender jumps out. And there comes another transition bucket and one on the two-hand slam.
Yeah, Mike, that's if he makes us free throw here, it's going to be an 11-3 run here for the team in black.
And now they're down by 1. Must See TV has made a great comeback over these 2 minutes. Here comes the alley. The oop is no good. And Must See TV with a chance to take the lead. It's going to get ripped right out of his hands, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good run there. I think they're doing it on the defensive end of the court and getting nice routes in transition for Must See TV. So we got the inbound here to Heidelberg, and so we'll see if he throws up another 3. He seems to be their shooter from Starvation, and he does. He gets the nice mid-range there, which is a dying breed, it seems like, in 2K. But when it's open, man, you got to take a shot.
And now with the takeover badge, he's working the high screen and roll, gets the position. He knocks that one down. We got a tied-up ball game heading towards the end of the first. This has been a great back-and-forth affair between both these teams after a rough start for Must See TV. They're poised to take the lead for the first time, and yes, they do, as this man at point guard, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Taygato's going to have to help me, but I'm impressed with the run-and-gun style that he's had throughout this first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think we'll have to see once his name pops up again. Right now, and then Starvation answers back with a nice 3 to put themselves at a 1-point lead. Out of bounds there. Wow, he caught the ball. It looked like he caught the inbound pass, stepping on the line. And so that's a turnover to Starvation with a chance to add to this 1-point lead.
And here we go, 45 seconds remaining. Let's see what they can do. High screen and roll coming from the wing, kicks down to a Star Called B, who almost squares up and pops that one. The big man not afraid to put it up, and they're going to be smart about this one. Take the time. The alley-oop over from the corner. That is good for this white man. Can jump, and he's got hops from the inside and the outside, Taygato.
Yeah, absolutely. He definitely can jump, and so we'll see him continue to do that during this game. Let's see if they can get it over to the point guard here with his takeover badge and see if he can get a nice 3. Oh, but he puts it up for Harby, and
Wow.
Harby 2K gets that long 3 to tie this game back up here with 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
Huge knockdown right there, 19-19. This white man can't jump. Another great backdoor cut on the corner. Doesn't get that one to drop, unfortunately. And now Must See TV a chance to control this lead heading out of the first quarter and into the second. That's going to be Mahazi. I think that's how we're going to pronounce that one. I might be incorrect, but 21-19 with a great find off that pick and roll.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that was a big find for him. He's got 16 points there in the first quarter from Mahazi or Mahazi, whatever his name is. And he is leading the team with 16 points of their 21. So he's definitely a player to look out for. And I think that Starvation is going to key off of him for most of the game.
Well, here we go. Kicking it down to the big man. The big man almost gets his first bucket of the night. Can't convert that bunny, but it's bailed out by his point guard. And the Pringle man puts it up from deep. Snap, crackle, pop. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. Pringle Man gets his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, absolutely. That one was crispy there, Mike. Ooh, and Harvey just passed that up, and Len Griffin here's over. Len Griffin gonna bully himself into the lane. Oh, he's open in the corner, but they miss him just over there a second. And Harvey himself is just finding people and consistent shots, gets it from that corner three, and that puts them up 24-22 for Must See TV. So we'll see if Starvation can answer back here.
Woo!
And Heidelberg does, Mike. That is a big three for him, for them to go back with that 1 point lead.
James Harden putting his defender on his back and not afraid to pull up from deep. He knocks that one down, and now he's going to have to make Must-See TV answer back. And look at that. The breakdown of the defense leaves the lane wide open, and this point guard is just crushing Team Starvation any chance he gets. It's 26-25. Can they find a stop on this high screen and roll against Must-See TV? That's going to be the question for Starvation here with a whole lot of basketball ahead of them. Got to find the stop. Great cut there from the wing. Doesn't get anything from it, and now Star Call B, whoa, passes out of that shot. Look at the banana cut there to take his place, and the three is good.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a great another wrap around there to follow up that almost shot by the big man there from the three-point position. But now they are up by 2 with that three, and we're just going more back and forth action. Oh, what a great defensive stop there from Starvation, and then they get the turnover from Must See TV off of that block, and so we'll see them see if they can pull away a little bit more to maybe a 4 to a 5 point lead here, Mike.
Huge one right there, Taygato, and he's going to yak one up deep from 3. Nobody wants to step up on the point guard.
This man.
He's shown that he can knock him down from outside, Taygato, so somebody has to step up, and that's the problem you're going to face with these pick-and-roll point guards is they want you to drop down so you can get them on the 3. If you step too far up, they're going to run with it right around the screen if they have open sides, and this white man can't jump. He's going to slow this one down. I'm going to go to the hash mark for the inbound. 2.5 remaining in the first half with Team Starvation now up by 5. This has been a good back and forth, but Team Starvation trying to get a little separation from Must See TV.
Yeah, absolutely. But Must See TV just keeps answering back, and so we see Heidelberg here, and he's got the takeover badge. So you definitely know he's gonna get teamed at the top of the key. And so Len Griffey just follows him quickly to reset and see if they can key in on that takeover badge for him there.
Yeah, Must See TV now down by 3 down by 3. Got to get a stop here, but that takeover badge is really going to be crucial here. He's going to stop, yak one up, no good. And Must See TV with Len Griffey III able to pull down that defensive rebound must have there. And Harvey 1K ready to put it up. No good. An offensive rebound by Len Griffey, who's just standing in the right shot, right time, over across the court. Look at that pass across the baseline, Taygato. That's a risky pass, but pays off for him and ties this game up 31-31.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the second time we've seen consistent shots hit from the corner. So I think that's something that we should see moving forward. But then there's Starvation with an absolute response of a 3 there to put themselves back up by 3.
No doubt about it. Star Called B puts up his first 3 of the night. That is big for this Team Starvation captain right here as Gage Esports trying to take the lead 34-31, trying to extend this lead. My apologies. 1 minute remaining in the first half, and they'd love to go into the end of the half with a nice sizable lead. The alley, the oop is nowhere to be found. And look at this point total right now. Eldenberg with 14 points. Mazazi with 20 points. The point guards are going absolutely ham right now in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely there. And then there are players that are able to hit those threes when they are called upon. But it's an all-point guard game here.
Woo!
Ooh,
a walking bucket, putting 2 defenders on his back and making a poster out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Don't come into his house. He's going to slam it down in your face.
Awesome stuff. And a Star Called B is going to get a dunk of his own to answer right back. Gotta love that one. And now 36-33. Must See TV keeping it close, staying in this, and both teams trying to find the momentum that they need to get a little bit more of a sizable gap. And we'll see come halftime and onward what these guys are going to do to realign and try to figure out that answer to get this win right now.
Yeah, absolutely. There, I think they're just going to keep working it through the point guard and a walking bucket there as the big man. They're just going to keep working them and seeing if they can continue to hit shots. And Mazazi just throws up another one, and he doesn't not get it. So we'll see if they continue to work that way. Ooh, that was a high alley-oop off that one.
Just too high. Couldn't get the angle that they needed right there. And that's going to give the ball back to Must See TV with 9 seconds. Can they possibly tie or just make this a 1-point deficit heading into the second half? You know they'd love to keep it close, playing away in the Funeral Blacks. And that's going to be a steal. Great double team there. And this white man can't jump. Yaks one up, and that's not going to go in. Let's take a look at this scorecard. Both teams 5 and 6 on the turnovers, but it's all the point guards all evening long. Edelberg 26 with 14 points. Mazazi for no urgency, a.k.a. Must See TV, has 20-plus points. It's the point guards controlling this game right now, Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at the field goal percentage for them as well. You got 8% for it looked like an 80 or 3-point percentage. It was an 83% for Starvation with Heidelberg hitting most of the 3-point shots there, and then over for Must See TV, you had a 55% one. But there you go, Heidelberg again, just splitting the defense there and going straight down in the lane and throwing it down with the right hand.
Well, now we're going to head into the second half of action. Both these teams pretty close, but Team Starvation will be up by 5 and in favor at the home court. Let's see if they can get this to go a little bit more in their favor, or if Mazazi and the boys from Must See TV can make a comeback. And there's a bucket that you want to see from that free throw line extended, the stop and pop off of that screen and roll.
Yeah, that's definitely something that they need to continue to work into is that mid-range game. If it's open, you got to take those shots.
Up and no good right there. Now they're going to be on the run, but great hands by Eldenberg on the defensive transition. And that's one of those things, you just Tim Tebowing it out across the court, hoping somebody will get it in transition. Doesn't pay off there. And now Gage Esports, a.k.a. Team Starvation, with a chance to add on to this lead. They're only up by 3. They want to make this a little bit farther, a little bit larger.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to start pulling away here a little bit if they want to really end this. And so, wow, what a nice alley-oop there to White Man Can Jump to get that 5-point lead, just like we were talking about. So we'll see if they can start pulling away here for Starvation. But Must See TV definitely has the players to, and the deep eye dead range from their point guard to not allow that to happen.
Great find there on that back screen from the corner with the alley-oop, and that's what you need. And Eldenberg's going to put up a 3, no good there. And now, look at Must See TV, a chance to take the lead or tie right here, 2 minutes into the third, and we got 8 minutes left in this game. Both teams still remaining close. Nobody getting the separation that they want. The Pringle man gets the steal, and we're going up with the 2 hands for the big man down low in transition there.
Yeah, just a bad pass down in the lane there from that wing position. So we'll see if they try to make it up here with a different pass. Oh, and then just another turnover into the quick foul to stop that transition. But that's just not what you're looking for there for a turnover from your point guard, especially when you're only down by 4.
Yeah, exactly. And looks like he's going to go right back to work to get it back himself. Taygato misses the bunny, gets his own rebound, and kicks it to Mazazi, who knocks down the long 2 right there. And look at that, man, go to work underneath, putting on the full court pressure. Here comes the bump, and Eldenberg better start moving if he doesn't want to get called for the 8-second violation.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you get another reach-in foul, walking bucket. But Len Griffey is showing that lockdown position there on Eldenberg there.
Definitely. And now a 2-point game in favor of Starvation. Going to put up an ill-advised 3. The no-pass jack is going to go in favor of Must See TV on the defensive rebound. And now they have a chance once again to tie or take the lead. And this has been such great 2K basketball. Big-time steal by, I believe, this white man can't jump off the inbound. And you got to get it inbounds if you're down. You got to make sure you get the easy pass. Go down there and help him if he's stuck down low.
Yeah, absolutely there. But Eldenberg has looked like he's just going to take this himself and try to get into the lane somehow and put up a shot. but a star called B gets the 3 point,
Ooh.
is not able to make it fall. And so we'll see if Must See TV can really get into the paint here, take a lead, or a tie here with some pick and roll action from their point guard.
Well, here comes the screen and roll action. Nothing coming from, but just breaks the ankles of his defender. Unfortunately, they can't get the stop in the pop, but Mazazi, almost from the half-court logo, gets his own rebound, though, and we're going to get a shot clock reset for Len Griffey III, who's going to take a great step in and just reduces that long two into an easier short-range two right there. Make it 42-42, and wow, look at that. Follow your shot. Pays off to get that extra opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. You follow your shot, you get that second chance, and then Must See TV just makes it happen for him to tie this game up. So Starvation's got to see if they can come back with an answer here as well, trying to find an open man and get one, but they don't. Len Griffey just is right in the pass lane, and they get another turnover.
Len Griffey has just become absolutely electric, a defensive force to be reckoned with in this second half. He turns on his takeover badge with 55 seconds remaining. He's got 3 steals right now and has just been bumping the opposing point guard. That's going to be a great shot. Goaltending, though, by consistent shots. And 44-44 now. Starvation gets bailed out with an easy bucket there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you got the lockdown badge for Len Griffey here. We'll see what Mazazi just tries to do. Wonder if they're going to continue with the screen and roll, but he loses it. White man can jump. Will he call a timeout? Yes, they do call a timeout there for Starvation. But man, that was a great defense's possession there for Starvation against that hot point guard in Mazazi.
Yeah, Starvation's been doing a phenomenal job getting their hands in the cookie jars and taking those timeouts on those 50-50 loose balls when they hit the hardwood, and it's paying off for them. Now a chance to take the lead with 36 seconds remaining in the third quarter. This is going to be a tight one all the way down the stretch, and a great find to a star called B, who gets that drop down as the big man. And now 46-44, we got a takeover badge in favor of Starvation for the lockdown now.
Yeah, so we got 2 lockdowns here. We got Linger, Must See TV, and then you got White Man Can Jump as well. Ooh, great find.
Wow.
Buckets and great patience to not go up in there and do a nice pump fake and then throw it down.
Definitely, and we've talked about a lot this evening. Is a lot of centers would kick that out and kick over to the corner, but great patience to get the pump fake and then not be afraid to go up strong. You're the big man. You have the sizable advantage, and you got to get these easy twos when you need it. And a good steal there by consistent shots, and that's going to end the third quarter really wonderfully. It's going to be 0-0 heading into the fourth quarter, 46-46 here in Starvation home court, home of Gage Esports. It's your boy SnowBikeMike and Taygato with some WR Pro-Am League playoff action coming down the stretch of game number 1 between Must See TV and Team Starvation. This is going to be a good one, folks, so don't look away. Go get your popcorn. Go get your adult beverages, because we'll be locked in for the next 5 minutes here as Must See TV gets an easy bucket down low, 48-46 now.
Yeah, so that was a must for them to get that, and it was a very easy bucket for them to get. And so you got a star called B, seeing if he can do that. But a quick foul there from Mazazi. I wonder if he was just trying to do. I wonder if he just got in the wrong body position there underneath against the bigger post player there. But a quick turnover. That's not what you're looking for when you're Starvation off that inbound pass. And so then now Must See TV gets it right back.
And now Harvey 1K gets it ripped right out of his hands at that half-court line by KPX2. And wow, what a big-time stop for Starvation. Eldenberg puts up the ill-advised 3, unfortunately, after they worked so hard on the defensive side in a walking bucket. Gonna make you pay. Must See TV now up by 4 points, one of the largest leads of the second half, as it's truly been a back-and-forth affair. And wow, we almost get another turnover there, Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. He rose up to deflect that pass back into the side court here.
I love it. Well, now Starvation backs against the wall with 4 minutes remaining. They definitely got to have a basket, get a little consistency, and this white man can jump. He can put it up with a hand in his face, and that is a huge bucket for a role player over in the corner who's knocked down some shots at some clutch moments, and can't believe that one goes in down the stretch, especially with that much pressure on him.
Yeah, absolutely. There, I wasn't sure if that was going to happen, and wow, a pass there from Mazazi going right into the man called B.
And that's going to be a foul on Len Griffey. The lockdown defender will get the reach-in call. 50-49, must-see TV fighting to keep this lead right now. And a star called B, the center, he's going to get the inbound, and he's going to have to get it over to one of his ball handlers.
Yeah, absolutely. And so they're having that Pringle man. But Heidelberg is left wide open. And bangs it home. So that is now another 3-point shot for Heidelberg of the point guard position for Starvation. And they are up by 2 here with 3 minutes left.
Huge bucket there by your point guard with the blue hair. He goes off ball that time and just waits at that hash mark to get the nice stop and pop. Len Griffey going to be left open, but great closeout there by Eldenberg. And now they're going to be on the run looking to extend this lead. Kicks over to White Man, can't jump. He's going to go with the up and under finger roll, and that's actually going to be good against 2 defenders.
Wow. Didn't think that was going to go there with an up and under, especially going along that baseline. That's always very dangerous for a person to try to do that from an up and under position. So you got Mazazi for a 3, goes right off the.
Oh, wow. Look at the big offensive rebound, Taygato, and consistent shots. Going to be consistently locking down that shot right there from deep. Makes it a 1-point deficit for must-see TV playing away in the All Blacks.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big shot from consistent shots there. He has made 3 threes.
Whoa!
Foul,
he's going to get bailed out with the foul, but oh my gosh, Joel Embiid just entered the building.
Yeah, that guy got murdered. The star call B got murdered on that shot. Luckily, he got bailed out with that foul. But my dude, I think you're going to need to call the police because I think someone just got mugged down in that lane.
Call a timeout, re-catch your breath. That was crazy. But star call B able to capitalize at the charity stripe, knocks down 2 back-to-back free throws, much needed, put his team up by 3. And now must-see TV has to get a bucket here. 2 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Game number 1, WR Pro-Am League playoffs. We got Team Starvation in the whites taking on must-see TV in the all black. And Mazazi going to go with the finger roll, jelly roll. No good there. And now Len Griffey gets the second chance opportunity. And Walking Bucket's going to be smart enough to take a deep breath and say, whoa, let's get a good basket here because we need one. There's the drop. Walking Bucket, 4 defenders on him. Pump fake, no good. Gets the second chance opportunity. Oh, my God. The ball just hit me and Taygato at the desk. Huge block from T Starvation right there to stop that 3-point opportunity.
Wow, I think you broke my glasses. You hit me in the head so hard. Holy crap with that ball coming at me. But my goodness, he completely blocked Len Griffey in that corner and hit us here at the desk. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Great defense. But we got Mazazi in the corner. That was a great find from Len Griffey. Ooh, but he just misses the shot.
No good. Needed that shot down the stretch, and now they're going to have to look to their defensive side. They have to get a stop here. Len Griffey going to get called with his hands in the cookie jar. And Taygato, that's 4 team fouls, so 1 more away from the bonus. Don't want to let this team go get some free shots from the charity stripe. So you really got to lock down on defense. No need to foul. Plenty of time. 3 timeouts in favor of must-see TV. 2 timeouts for Team Starvation, and there's the stop that you want with the ill-advised alley-oop down the stretch coming out there from Eldenberg up to KPX. And now must-see TV, a chance to make this a 1-point game. And oh, my gosh.
Oh, my.
Almost tragedy on the inbound, and Len Griffey's going to be open, but Walking Bucket's really going to take his time once again and slow this team down.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what they're going to be doing. Looks like Harvey. Ooh, he throws it down to Walking Buckets. Can he be patient underneath the lane?
Yes, he
can. He does, and gets the 2. So that'll be a 1-point lead for Starvation. We might see a full court press here from must-see TV. So we'll see if they can get the ball in. They do. See if they can beat this press here and get a point for Starvation. That's what you're looking for, is trying to get in there. But they do nice reset there from must-see TV on this team.
And the Pringle man kicks it over, and that's going to be a huge offensive rebound. Reset the shot clock now up to 14 seconds. Now they're going to be able to dig more into this game clock, but it's a 1-point game, so really must-see TV does not need to foul. They have 3 timeouts remaining. Gage Esports, a.k.a. Starvation Esports, has to get a bucket right now. This is the biggest priority on their clock right now. They can, take a little bit of air out of this offensive clock, but they have to score. They're only up by 1. This is a must-have possession. Let's see what they can get off the inbound.
Yeah, so they go straight to Eidelberg here, and we got Len Griffey with the lockdown defender on him. So we'll see if Man or one of these other role players is the one to get it. Pringle Man chucks up a three, doesn't get it. So this is what it's gonna be. This is gonna be it, Mike. So we got Mazazi coming up. I think he's gonna be the one that end up taking this shot.
I agree with you, Taygato. No, they're going to kick it over to Harby 1K, trying to get away from the lockdown. And a walking bucket going to activate his takeover badge. Nobody wants to call a timeout down the stretch. They got 3 to use, and the ball just going to get ripped out of his hands and go in favor of Team Starvation. Now, here's the catch, though. Starvation's only up by 1. You have a chance to steal off the inbound. If not, you must foul immediately. That will send him to the stripe for 2. If he knocks them both down, it's still a 3-point game. You have 3 timeouts to advance this basketball. So we got to see the full court press now. And oh, wow, Harby 1K, smart timeout there, as you notice none of his team members were even close to that inbounds.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a great timeout call there from Harvey. So we want to see again that they are going to be trying to get that steal off the inbounds, like you said, and then if they don't, foul directly right away as soon as the ball comes in.
And let's see if they can get some frustration on the inbound. Looks like they're going to be up close, but no, star called B. It's going to be the game in his hands. He has gone to the line earlier after the murder block. He's made 2 for 2. This is going to be big for the Starvation team captain. He's going to put up the first one. That one is up and good. Big men, work on your free throws. And here comes the second one. Second one is up and good. We got 2 timeouts remaining for Must See TV. They'll take 1. They're going to advance the ball up to the hash mark on the opposite side. They have to have a 3 right now. I don't think you can get a quick 2 and foul again and get down to that 1 to 2 second area. So we're going to see a screen and pop. We're going to see a shot come up. I don't know if Mazazi will be the one because all eyes will be on him. It's going to have to go to Pringle Man, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be consistent shots, Pringle or Harby be the guys. So we're going to see what happens here.
Oh, Harby 1K not getting any separation. They call a quick timeout right there. I could see it from a mile away. He didn't get the separation he wanted. That inbound didn't look right. Not enough movement from any of the players except for Harby 1K, who took about 5 steps there. And that doesn't help whatsoever. So now they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. And it's going to have to be an inbound and a full-on shot real quick right now. No dribbling can happen here. So let's see what they can get with some off-ball screen and rolls.
Yeah, is it going to be Harby?
Oh, my.
A walking bucket?
Oh. He was set up for the screen. He gets the ball with the takeover, and that truly became 50-50 there for a moment. Defender was on his backside hip, but thankfully Team Starvation here at home going to walk away with a big-time victory late into the fourth quarter, and Game 1 was a good one. This is SnowBikeMike and Taygato here with the call of the WR Pro-Am League broadcast. We're having some fun. We hope you're having some fun. We will return momentarily with some more WR Hoops.
4 behind the 3-point line.
Definitely, and you don't want to grade out of this one, especially as the captain and the point guard for this team. He is very important to them. A walking bucket's going to put up a nice long 3 for them. That is huge.
Yeah, that was big for them to respond that way. And that's a walking bucket, just taking a step back 3. Just stopping on a dime and taking a step back and popping, locking, dropping that 3.
Now 5 points remaining. Eldenberg going to kick it down to a star called B. That's a good one. And, man, Starvation looking to close out this series. They've got a lot of momentum on their side, you know, as opposed to Game 1 where this was truly back and forth. Both teams really had a chance. This game looks like it's really going in favor of Team Starvation. It is only a 7-point lead, but they seem to be getting everything to drop. They're getting some good defensive stops. And can they keep this momentum heading into the second half of action will really be the test here.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see Must See TV hit a shot just like they did right there at the end of this half, just to keep the pressure on Starvation. I think is going to be key and end this first half.
Well, let's see where they go. Up by 4 now. Starvation would love to have a bucket to close out one of these 2 final possessions, and a white guy can jump. Great job on the patience not to put one up. And they're going to reset with 5 seconds now. Pringle Man really got to stop and pop. He kicks it to Eldenberg, though, and normally that would go in, but he's bailed out right there by KPX. And now they're going to be able to reset with 9 seconds on the shot clock. No, make it 14 as they can truly get the last shot of the half up right here, right now at home.
Yeah, absolutely. They get kind of bailed out there for reaching foul.
Now
So we'll
8
see what.
seconds, 2-second difference, and Eldenberg kicks it over to KPX. He deserves it, and he knocks down the three when called upon there.
Yeah, absolutely, and that makes it a 7-point lead here. I want to see Mazazi or this must-see TV squad put up something. Oh, open shot from consistent shots, but just doesn't get it there.
And now as we head into halftime, you're taking a look 34-27, a 7-point swing in favor of your home team. Starvation, nobody on either squad over in double digits, but Eldenberg with 9 points right now. He's shooting 50% from the field, and he's definitely the player to watch and try to stop. Of course, KPX with 9 points as well, shooting perfect from the field, helping out his team, trying to get this victory and close it out to move on to round number 2.
Yeah, it was just big in that first half. I think the point spread for Starvation was so much instead of something to look forward to. I think we're gonna have multiple people for Starvation in double digits. Oh, and there's Harvey with a deep three from
Deep
the
three.
hash.
Huge knockdown for Harvey right there.
Yeah, absolutely. That cuts it down to lead. And also is a little bit of a momentum swinger in the first half, or to begin the second half.
And now Pringleman trying to work this screen and roll. He's normally not the ball handler, but they're going to try to work something over here where the white guy can't jump in him. And Star called B going to yak up his second three of the night, and that is good from the big man and the captain once again.
Yeah, straight away from the basket and just hooks up a three and gets it. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from him as a role player, as a big man, just taking shots that he's needed. And Mazazi, nice step back and answers with it to keep it back to a lead.
And let's see what Eldenberg can do. A 4-point game now. Like Taygato said, this must-see TV team trying to fight back in it. They got plenty of time as we're just entering the first minute done in the second half. Game number 2, and they got their backs against the wall, Tay. So, when you're fighting for something like a loss and a kick out of this tournament, you're really going to have to put up and shut up. And let's see what this team can do. What are going to be some of the keys to victories, Tay?
I think for them, it's going to be on the defensive side and it's going to start with stopping Elderberg from taking over here in the second half. And then on the offensive end, it's this man starting to light up a little bit, starting to fire up a little. Mazazi really had a horrible first half with a team grade of D+. So I want to see him really have it play on the defensive end of the court, but also especially on the offensive end.
Well, here we go, 37-35 as Must-See TV is clawed back into this, down by 7 just 2 minutes ago, now only down by 2. Can they keep the stops rolling here on the defensive side? And it looks like the Pringle man going to just be afraid to put that one up, and great stop there by KPX. And now look at this, consistent shots, and the Must-See TV has a chance to tie or take the lead.
Yeah, absolutely here. So we'll see if they're going to... Wow, what a blow by...
Oh, Mazazi can't get it.
But he follows his own shot and gets it. If Walking Bucket's going to take the shot, or is Mazazi going to take it?
Oh, my!
Wow, he gets swatted into the fourth row with that three-point shot. Coming in hot. We got hit once again in my face over here. Nice ball. I'm going to have multiple basketball marks on my forehead after.
Hold on to your popcorn, Taygato, at the desk, because that one was flying at us, and that leads into Must-See TV, getting the ball back, and they score 37-37, but a great block by a star called B. That's going to be on a highlight reel somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and then just a wide open lane for, I think that's a Pringle man going down into the lane and throwing it down.
And now Mazazi and the boys going to have to come back and gets his pocket picked right there by Team Starvation. That's going to be White Boys Can Jump, and Eldenberg with the ball once again. Somebody's going to be open off this double team. They can't find anybody over here in the corner, and they're going to get a reset with 10 seconds on the shot. Whoa! Look at that stop in the dot over to a White Man Can Jump, getting rewarded for his defensive pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. You just had that wing defender crash down when they saw Eldenberg get in the lane, and then just opening and be able to get him in the corner.
Perfect stuff there. And now Starvation back up by 5 once again, going back and forth with this must-see TV team. They're trying to get their momentum going. We got a minute 30 remaining in the third quarter of action, game number 2, and Team Starvation looking to close out this series with the sweep and move on to round number 2. But a walking bucket and the boys here from Must See TV are really trying to come back on this one. 3 seconds remaining. Walking bucket has to pick it up. Great pump faking. Wow, heavily contested, gets that one to drop.
Wow, that's not something that you see every day at the end of the shot clock with a little bit of a mid shot like that. So definitely something that they needed. 2K just let the ball fall right in there, so they take a 3-point advantage for Starvation, make that 5 points.
And a walking bucket tries to get that steal staying between him and the man and the ball, but doesn't get behind the basket, unfortunately. And Star Called B is able to get that with an easy bunny. And now back up to a 5-point lead. Mazazi's going to yank one up, clangs off the back iron, and that's going to leave Starvation with the ball once again to try to add on to this lead and continue the home court advantage here for the end of the third. Let's see what Pringle Man can do as he's now become the ball handler for a possession.
Yeah, absolutely. He passes it back up to a white guy can't jump. Oh, Pringle Man just open. Man, hand down, man down. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
Like you can't let that happen. Mark Jackson would be proud with that one.
That's a nice little give and go right there. Pringle Man sets up for the 3 and nobody even defending him. And you can't leave that shooter open. We've talked about it. He can get it done on the layup side, but he's more of a shooter. And look at that.
Ooh.
Man, Eldenberg with some big bump defense sends our guy, Len Griffey, right out of bounds on that one.
Yeah, so we're going to see if Starvation can get another basket this quarter. Oh, Pringle Man left wide open, too.
Oh,
and he gets
2 in a row. Make it an
Yeah,
11-point lead right before our eyes, Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. And he made it happen there at the end of that one, especially in that same spot. He hit two threes in a row, different possessions in that exact same spot. And he has a takeover badge right now, it looks like, over there with a dead eye, I think.
Now Eldenberg going to work his team up by 11. We're starting off the fourth quarter with Team Starvation looking to close it out, and he's just going to take a couple steps back. Swish from deep from that SL2K logo, and that really is going to be rubbing some salt in the wound of Must See TV, who was once very close, tied this game up in the third, and then just kind of let this one go. As you take a look at the point totals, 2 of them over double digits. Everybody else, 3 points for consistent shots, 6 points in a D+ grading for Len Griffith III, and Harvey 1K with 7, and he's taking a grand total of 4 shots, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You got 2 players with a D rating there for Must See TV, with Mazazi at a D and then Lenger D+. And that's not what you're looking for. You do not want teammate grades of that coming into a elimination game here in the playoffs.
And now Mazazi going to work, left the man wide open, Len Griffey III in the corner. He's going to go up to Harvey, who is the shooter. Don't want to really give it to the lockdown, but if he's open, he's open. And Harvey, wow, works that shot clock, able to have enough patience to put up a big-time 3. And now we got an 11-point game. Can Must See TV late in this fourth quarter make a run? Let's find out. But no!
Jeez,
That's Pringle Man. 3 in a row. He's on fire right now, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're just going to keep feeding Pringle Man here. That's what I would do. And then have Eldenberg just keep doing his thing.
And Mazazi going to break down the defense. Gets swatted by Eldenberg. Point guard to point guard. Love right there. Now it's going to go right up to this white man. Can jump. And yes, he can soar.
Yeah, absolutely. He is a sky walker throwing it down.
Now Harvey 1K and the boys trying to go to work. He needs to get something. He's going to be relied upon as a shooter. And look at that. They're just going to double team him. They will get called for the reach-in, but no movement. Everybody's just going to stare at Eldenberg. And that's the difference. Mazazi is the player with the handles who can break down the defense. But Harvey, he's just a shooter. He's not really doing much with the handles. So once you bring up the double team, he's going to be in a little bit of danger trying to get the position. There's the leaner, and no good right there as nobody's even moving or helping him out.
Yeah, they're just trying to get 3-point shots here, and Mazazi isn't feeling it. Keep giving it to Harvey there to try to get some shots.
Walking bucket's going to stop. There. Pop, no good from deep. And that gives the ball right back to Team Starvation for the alley, the oop. And this white man can jump head above the rim, literally.
Yeah, and there you go. That makes it an 18-point game. So I think this one is going to be pretty much in the books if they can't get any type of shot possession here. So Mazazi, another missed three. That's just gonna. I think that's gonna pretty much seal it here, Mike.
Yeah, I think so. With an 18-point lead, we do have 3 minutes remaining. We've seen crazier comebacks come back, but the way that Must See TV is playing, where they're really relying upon now one player just to put it up with no sort of ball movement, I think you can put this in favor of Team Starvation, who will move on to the second round with quite some ease. After game one being such a nail biter, game two, the door has just been blown off here late in the game, and Must See TV with no real chance to even try to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. You got Mazazi with the cold badge now. And so, ooh, nice block there though. A little bit of glimmer of hope, but I think, yeah, this one's just gonna get fouled again, and so they're just gonna reset. So I think being up by 16 is gonna be a huge thing for them. I want to see if Mazazi is the one that they're gonna go with, or if they're just gonna keep having Harvey chuck it up here.
Yeah, great find right there. Good stop by consistent shots for the block, but can't get that one to drop. And now we're in the 2 minute marker, down by 16. Still doable, but you got to have some buckets, and they got to be moving fast. A walking bucket gets the three that they need, make it 13. And now, can you get the stops on the defensive side? Both teams have one timeout, unfortunately, but you have to stop them now if you want to get back in this game and possibly make it a 10-point lead and a big time block. But they're going to be called for the body by a walking bucket.
Yeah, so and Elderberg is just gonna get these shots here. But I think what I was seeing is just Elderberg is just blown by. Unfortunate to say, but it was just a lot of blow-bys here. Get into the garbage time
Yeah,
here between the.
back up to 15 once again, and 142 remaining. Garbage time, as Taygato said, is probably in full effect. I don't know if Harvey can really break down a defender like Mazazi. Great find on the backdoor cut and a walking bucket with a quick 5 points right there. That helps his team out a lot, but we needed that a lot earlier in the game if you really wanted to make a difference. And players over the line, they're not going to call him on that little glitch there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's NBA 2K. They definitely aren't gonna call that, but you never know. So you got the quick foul, and it looks like Elderberg on the charity stripe and gonna keep hitting free throws here as they're in as Gage is in the bonus.
Yep, knocked that one down, and that's 64-49. This game is going to be wrapped up with a bow on it as Team Starvation Esports will be moving on to the second round of the WR Pro-Am League playoffs. This has been your boys, SnowBikeMike and Taygato, bringing you that expert analysis and play-by-play action that you want to hear throughout the nights. We've been jumping around to different community streams, checking out different playoff series, and boy, have we seen the 2K community shine tonight with some great buckets, some great defensive stops, and a whole lot of fun all around. Of course, I want to thank each and every one of our amazing viewers out there that came in, watched, dropped follows, threw out the biddies, and just enjoyed some 2K hoops. And of course, I got to thank the one, the only, Mr. Taygato, for coming in and joining me at the desk to have some fun. You truly are one of a kind, Taygato. Shout out to my guy, Anthony, for dropping the 69 biddies to round out our shoutcasting stream. Tay, what are some of your closing thoughts, closing remarks on the night?
Yeah, we just saw some really great basketball overall. It's really cool to see a community of 2K hoopers just coming together, especially in the off season of NBA 2K and just having some different leagues coming in and giving some other players times to shine for them to even get scouted and looked at for everything. So it's been a great time, great opportunity to come and shoutcast and